Good evening and welcome back, everyone. Or welcome back whenever the ads are done playing. Let you back into the stream. I know it's kind of a pain to do that, but evening, Nico. Evening, Ted. Welcome. Playing something a little different this week, but how's everyone doing otherwise? Just waiting for everyone to kind of show up again because of the stream. It's kind of annoying because even if you're waiting in the queue, if you will, as soon as I hit go live, I think it then forces you to watch basically the ads at that point. So it's kind of frustrating and annoying. So maybe I'll start streaming without the ads on because they just are a nuisance and I don't really, get much ad revenue from them. So I hate to make that annoying for you guys. Anyway, welcome back. I kind of had a hankering for a city building or kind of management game. And, there's always the SimCities and some of the Tycoon games. And good evening. And good very early morning. I'm not sure what the time is there now. It's awesome to have fans across the globe. I feel bad because the time I stream at isn't very conducive to a lot of the time zones, obviously. I know, like in Australia, people are like in meetings watching this stuff or out of meetings. And then, conversely, in like Scandinavia, and then, people are like watching in the middle of the night or in Europe or, yeah, exactly. 2:40 in the almost 3 a.m. And here it is, of course, 8:45 p.m. So it's not even 9 yet, right? But, Unipixel, yeah, thanks for dropping by. Awesome. Hopefully everything's going well with you as well. Hope to have you back on stream sometime and find some really fun 3D game we can chat about and have you back on sometime. But yeah, we're playing a little different game today. That will be Anno 1602 or 1602 AD, as it was also called in the US. The first in the long line, or the long series now. I mean, there's like freaking 15 games in that series now or something like that, with remasters and who knows what. I've heard really good things about the kind of laid back management and city building that takes place in this game. And sad to say, I haven't really played any of the Anno games at all. So this is basically my first exposure to them. Well, I've seen videos, but I haven't played them. And this came out in 1998, excuse me, and would have been the first game and was launched in Germany, I think. If anyone knows anything more about this game, correct me. I just kind of looked up stuff about it. It came out in Germany first, was quite a big success. It kind of spread and then translated. So then later in the US, they got the AD 1602. So not Anno 1602. It was 1602 AD, sorry. That came later, which was kind of like a gold bundle, which is what we're playing here now. Which is kind of like a repackaged one with English translation, all that stuff, right? And originally it was in German or Austrian. I think it was translated to like almost every European language there. I think there was a Italian version, French version, German version, which is, common with games in Europe. They translate them to the local languages where they can. So, but in this case here, we're playing the English or American version. And this is available on GOG for $10. I did buy it there as well. The version I have now here is one that runs on Windows 98. It is a little crash prone. There aren't patches for this, nor have I found any fan patches. We'll try and save a lot. And I'll appreciate any save reminders, but it was crashing quite a bit when I was testing it, so we'll see how that goes. If it is unplayable, we'll try and switch to an XP machine, and then play the GOG version and see. But for now, we're just going to try the bundle version I have here for Windows 98. So, for those that aren't familiar, Anno, or 1602 AD, or as it's called here, or Anno, is a colony management game in the sense that you have a ship and you can sail around and colonize islands. That's as far as I understood on the basic premise of it. In this case here, it's set, well, in the early 1600s, colonizing a new world. And we're establishing colonies, doing a little trade. So a little bit of colonization there, but less on the overarching, and more focusing on the little city building around it. And it looks real neat. I'm a sucker for isometric games. And this game has that in spades. Very, isometric viewpoint and all that stuff. And little city management, little Settlers 2 style there. With some resource management and everything. So much more of a laid-back game than many of the other ones we play. So, that's right, yeah. 2005, 2006. I mean, there's so many of them. And they hopped around on the timeline too, right? Yeah, you got this one. There's 1404. You have 1701 there. There's like a future one, 2070 and like 2250. And I think they all follow the similar premise in that you're building a city/colony, and they follow that template, which of course works for them, which is why the series has been around for so long. I still think it's a pretty popular game series. So I would love to check the other ones out. As I understand it, all the newer versions improve and iterate on this basic formula. But as we play this game now, something struck me as I was testing it, and I played the tutorial a little bit. We'll work through the tutorial again. Think this to 1998. Actually, it looks pretty good for 1998 for being an isometric game like that. And the systems in the game are pretty polished for being 1998. I mean, it's a well-made game. At least the first impression I got. Like, a lot of the systems that I believe are in the later Anno games are very obviously present here. So, this is normally I would show the big box. I don't have the big box. I might buy it. It's one of those boxes that are a little more expensive. Not crazy, but a little more expensive because I don't think it came out right at the same time as it was in Europe. Then it came out later in the US. So, no, we're not playing on a new laptop. What Ted is referring to is that... let me get it. I'll show it and we'll see. Okay. Stand by, detour. So someone at work today handed me, they were cleaning out an old office, and they found this one, which is, it's really funny, because let's see if I can find it here now. Wrong side. Yeah. It has the old Compact logo on here. It tells you how old this bag is. In here is a Toshiba luggable, and I haven't messed with it much. I started it up at the office, but it weighs a ton. So this is a Toshiba satellite 4010 CDT with Windows NT or Windows 98 on it, depending on your flavor at the time. The hard drive is dead. It has a click of death, so it goes click on boot up, so it is completely toast. But this is an interesting laptop. Expect to see this covered on the channel for sure. I mean, it's very good condition too. The guy I work with, which is a super nice guy, he basically said like he used this for traveling all around the country to work at remote offices and stuff and interface with the network equipment because it had a serial and parallel port, so you could, you know, CLI or connect directly into the network equipment. So he kept it in immaculate condition. Now, we can't really see it, but the keyboard doesn't have that kind of glossy, you know, wear down feel to it. It still feels matte. The whole keyboard feels matte, and that's impressive for as old as this is. I believe this is a 1996 laptop. So this is a Pentium 2 266, 65 meg or 64 mega RAM, a 2 megabyte S video card on board, and a Soundblaster Pro compatible with a real OPL 3 sound chip on here. This thing is a good DOS 98 machine. Really good. And now, of course, no 3D acceleration, but anything else. And you have a full-size CD-ROM drive and a full-size floppy. You have slots for PCMCIA cards. It has a USB port on it. USB, IR. I mean, it's loaded with everything. And it's got, you know, headphones out and everything, and a pretty cool feature here, I think. So, a hidden power. Now, we'll see. I wonder, because I charged it earlier. Yep, the battery is still alive. The battery still works. So this is the original battery that's in this guy. I don't know how long it will last, obviously. Now, the boot up screen, of course, message is saying there's no hard drive installed because the hard drive is completely toast, which is expected. The mechanical drive's going to fail the first thing. The fact that this guy, I charged it at the office for like an hour or something, and after that, it actually, like the battery indicator lit up green saying it was done charging. And right now, it's running on battery. So, yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll cover this probably on the channel. And then, yes, I will stream from it because this has VGA out, USB, PS2, everything I need to basically stream from this machine is fully possible. And with a P266, it's pretty fast. And I believe you could, in theory, slot in the P2 Mobile 400 of the same era, and this would be even faster. But the limitation, of course, comes from the fact that it has 2 meg of video RAM, and then there's no acceleration, obviously. That can't happen. And there's no docking for this because it has everything. It's a luggable, right? I mean, look at the thickness of this. I don't think I have... Yeah, one second. I actually have the other Toshiba here. This is all very Anno related. So, this is the Toshiba High Portable from the same era that I covered on the channel, which is just about the same specs, actually, believe it or not. Pentium 1. It's a fast Pentium 1. But it shows you the difference here in size. This would have been the same era. This prioritized, obviously, portability over performance, but Look at the thickness difference. It's hilarious. So I will probably compare these two as well on the video on this. So you know, it probably could run Exchange 2016 if you're insane enough, but well, probably won't install. But it probably could run old school Exchange on it, which I do have the big box for actually. Oh, Windows Server NT. Probably run that. I got that. So I do have the Inspirons from that era as well. But Toshiba made, you know, tanks of laptops around this era. So it's a neat machine. So that just landed on my desk today. And it's kind of known at work. If you find old stuff, I say basically if it's beige, don't throw it away. Bring it to my desk first, and I'll throw it away for you. So everyone keeps bringing stuff over for me. So that's how I end up with some of the retro stuff, because people find things in closets or at home or whatever and just bring it to my desk and dump it there. So I will take it. I'll allow it. So it's a cool machine. We'll see what we can do with it. But yeah, I think it should be a fun video because it's such a luggable in the sense that it has everything. Normally with a laptop, you have concessions. Even the screen's pretty good quality. I don't have any of those. I doubt we have any of those around. That's not something that we'll be using in our field of work. I did work for an architectural firm, right? So I probably imagine could have found stuff like that somewhere. But that's like, it's such a use case. And the tough books, or the Panasonic ones, the military edition ones, are going to be so expensive, right? And no one's going to have them just to have them. So anyway, today we're playing Anno 1602, or in this case 1602 AD. So we'll see how much this crashes. It did crash in my testing. It's got a lot of cutscenes and full motion videos, so we'll enjoy that. It's cool for the era. Find the right audio level here. That's not overbearing. So I don't know if it's too loud or anything, and that should be good there. It does feel like this game came in rocking. And for those wondering, yes, we're playing on the P3700 right now. This is a Windows 98 game, so even Doppler. Or say, good evening, Chris, as well. Yeah. A power brick, huh. It's cool because this bag comes with both the travel brick and then the plug-in brick. So it's got two bricks, one that's 3 amp and one that's 2 amp. One obviously lighter for travel. We're still just in the logo phase here now. Max Design, I believe, is the game company that originally made this game, and they're no longer here. So, oh, nice. That's something that you don't think too much of on a laptop, but the bright screen, especially when out and about, is a huge...
It was in the year of our Lord, 1602, that we left...
Hey, 1602, take a drink.
...to seek our fortunes in far-off lands, fully aware of the risk involved in such a venture.
I love different audio levels while streaming. It's great. And a mixer board, I think. I use just the OBS audio mixer to see where I'm at. But it would be nice to have an audio mixer or something like that. I'll get to it.
Hard work, using all of the
those cool cutscenes and everything. Of course, it's, you know, a small screen, but that would have been right for 640x480. So, oh, nice.
Growing town.
That's where a tough book probably is viable, because I mean, if you drop something like that, a small, you know, thin laptop like this, this one would just explode if it hit something hard, right? So it's so tiny. Still a really cool machine. PAP 301U. I think it's almost identical in the, the 3015 CT. Almost identical in era, which this one does have a docking station, so I'll probably get that sometime too. But very similar specs as far as like the additional stuff, like the VGA, VGA and audio capabilities. But yeah, it's a good quality, and I don't know if these cutscenes were made for this version. The 1602 AD version we're playing here was basically the kind of repackaged version that came to the US after the game had become popular. Evening Sucre, welcome. So, this might have been an addition. Again, someone who knows the series can comment or add in more than I know about it, but the way I understood it was the 1602 AD was kind of like a rebranding of it for sale in the American market. So, they bundle a lot of the stuff that you have had and expansions and updates and stuff like that into one package, which is why there's no update for this version. So we'll see. Again, in testing, it did crash quite a bit, just randomly to desktop. So, we'll kind of play it by ear. Well, doing good tonight, just drinking Pepsi, and we're gonna... This is one of those streams where I'm playing a game I don't know much about. So, bear with me as I completely fumble my way around, probably wreck myself in the process, and then realizing I did something incredibly obviously stupid later on. So, enjoy. Yeah, so there are... I don't know. There's so many of these games now. AD is basically, you know, there's just so many of them. I mean, yeah, there's 1602, there's like 1404, there's 1703, I think. I don't know if all of those like correlate to exact what the number they are, but if you look at the Anno series, I mean, there's like a dozen of them, right? And I'm excited to try this now because this plays good. I might start like getting more because I mean, I realize I never really played these. I kind of like just graze past them. But as I understand it, it's very much a mini empire management, city management, a little bit of Settlers 2, a little bit of, yeah, I believe you can play full multiplayer. This is a live game. No, I shouldn't say live. It is a real-time game. In that all the action happening is happening concurrently. There's no turns in this game. So, with multiplayer, I believe you can, basically, you get a little map, and then you have your ship you start with, which you'll see in a minute. And then you basically have to just, you know, you sail around in real time and colonize little islands, and you build buildings and establish trade all in real time. So as I understand it, this is a neat one in multiplayer because you basically all play that same role. So, oh, sorry, exchange rebuild. Just go cloud, man. Cloud, problem gone. I haven't touched a physical exchange server in years now. It's great. Okay. All right, let's see. We're going to go single player, of course. There is a tutorial, so we're going to run through that real quick. I did play a little bit of the tutorial myself, but I think it just, it seems like most people here haven't played this or this series. And I haven't played it really at all, besides just testing and making sure it worked, and just like one tutorial level. So we're just going to blow through the tutorial quick, and then get into the game. I think the tutorial is pretty simplistic, and then we'll play a campaign or something, right? There's a continuous play where it never ends, but we'll start with a campaign and kind of work our way through. So, oh, let's put an IS server with the SNTP relay role on there. That's what we do. Just right on. Just throw that in. You don't need to exchange for that, but we're talking shop now. This is games. All right, here you can familiar yourself with the menu. After that, you will be shown how to search the newly discovered island over to ascertain their mineral and agricultural resources. Should you have discovered an iron ore deposit, you can then build your first warehouse. Start game.
Which color shall grace your banner?
Evening, Sakua. Welcome.
Before you
we'll take the red flag.
Discovered chain of islands.
So here's a management game from the 90s. Here's stats. Lots of stats.
Explore the islands in order to find the best place.
So I'll try and explain the best I understand this game, right? You have your ship, which is basically your colony ship that you start with. And you have a compass, you have zoom, you have the map, you know, things like that. Exit tutorial here. And you're carrying resources. 30 tons of tools, 30 tons of wood, 25 tons of food. You can do trading routes, send ship to bottom, we're going to do that. But the way you do this is that you basically have to scout each island.
Aye, Captain.
Hey, Captain. So we're sending our ship here. And so you get close to land, you can explore the island, and that basically scouts the island for resources.
This island's resources have been determined.
There are no iron ore resources here, so we have to go somewhere else. Now, I've done this tutorial, so I know which island we have to go to. But you want a mixture of resources, basically looking at these islands. You can zoom out, of course, to see what the resources are. There's a kraken right there. Okay. And we're looking for mountains. So we're going to go to this island here, which takes a little while. As I understand, this game is generally a slower paced game. And that's kind of... I used to get absorbed in these kind of games. I mean, Transport Tycoon is a very similar, of course, in the sense that you have an empire you manage. It's transport, of course. But I love these isometric, slower paced strategy games. And something I kind of forgot that I liked. I spent a lot of time on these sort of games. I mean, if nothing else, Civ 2, of course, comes to mind very quickly as a similar, although much bigger scope than this. But there are many games in that genre or category which I think are cool, and I feel like I haven't really paid enough attention to them, but, you know, it's not always streaming material. It's very slow paced, right, by comparison to the action games we usually play. But this one looked neat. I kind of want to explore the... It knows. Kind of explore this island. Explore this kind of game a little more too.
Resources have been determined.
Ooh. We have found
An ore
resources.
deposit has been discovered.
Suitable for tobacco, vines, and sugarcane. If I understand it right, when you do that, so now we have an iron ore symbol rotating over there, which means this is iron and suitable for iron. So the resource counter means that the yield on the farms you build will be 100% versus 50%. So if you build a farm, you'll only get half the yield at 50%. So the first thing we do on an island is build a warehouse, which is kind of like the, you know, the construction yard, more or less. Plop that down, which is immediate. Ta-da!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hey, Captain. Now we get to sail to it, and we can unload resources. You see how it works in that you have to put your ship next to the place. You can't just transfer stuff into thin air. So, there's a lot of buttons here. But consider again, and maybe I don't know here because this is the 1602 AD versus the Anno 1602. This feels very polished. So unless they integrated all the features and like kind of cleaned everything up from the original version, this is the version you as a US user would have bought or gotten. Otherwise it would have been in German or Spanish or whatever. So, but it still just feels very polished and well made. So right now we're going to transfer all our resources to this island here so they can get started. And that's the tutorial. You just establish your foothold on the island, and that's it. That's the beginning. A lot of resources. So there'll be a little bit of Settlers 2 kind of thing going on. You have battle. You can build, of course. You can build more forester huts, stuff like that. Options. We're running at the maximum resolution. It seems so far to crash less at this resolution, so we'll see. We're running on a Voodoo 5, of course, so this is way more powerful than this game that technically needs, but it's a machine of a similar era. I don't know the minimum specs since I don't have the box, and I kind of would like to get the box at some point. You have decided which island you wish to settle and have erected your first warehouse. Now you shall build a small settlement and begin producing a number of basic necessities for your people. There's a funny word in there. We're very highbrow. We would never make fun of that. So let's keep our monocles on and stay classy.
Under which flag will you sail?
These have no bearings. It's just color. There are no different factions. There's no different countries. There's no different origin countries. You can see they're pretty generic. It's just the color you pick.
You have decided in favor of settling an island and have already built a warehouse. You will now build a small settlement and begin the production of some consumer necessities.
Okay, nice. Because, yeah, this version, and I'm fairly certain the original version in Germany came out in 98, maybe, but this particular one might have released that in 99. It's kind of like a rebundled, so. Or I could be wrong and it's 1998 for all the thing. Alright, your first priority should be starting food and wood production, as the supplies in the warehouse won't last forever. Build a forester hut. So, first, it's a hunting lodge, farm plantations, and a forester hut. So we're going to build a forester hut, yeah, right there. Okay, build a fisher hut on the coast to provide your growing population with enough to eat. The dark blue water signifies fishing ground, so make sure that as much dark blue water as possible. Can do. Fisher's hut. We want dark blue water. Which is probably over here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's a dark blue there. I can't build there. Never mind. This is probably more there. Alright, we'll build right there. So now we can build streets and bridges. So, in order to move the products from the different suppliers to the warehouse, you will need roads. Choose dirt road and move the cursor to the forest hut. Hold the left mouse button down and pull the cursor over to the warehouse. Now release. There we go. Nice. Really? Just to burn the wood to get ash? Let's just say that they weren't ecologically minded back in the day, more like, how do we get these resources? So, now it's time to build the first houses for your settlers. Build a group of 4 houses on a free patch of ground. Houses don't produce anything except, hopefully, lots of taxpayers. So they don't have to be connected by roads. Still good idea to do this, however, so that later the doctor or the fire department can reach them faster. House. There's no build time. It all happens automatically, so. Look at how pretty that is. Nice. Like any other taxpayer who wants something for his money, your settlers have their own needs and desires. At the start of your settlers are relatively modest and easy to please. Everything changes. Soon you'll find yourself having a supply of products from all over the place. To find out what your settler want, click the status mode. Status mode. Oh, hey, he's looking pretty suave there. Yeah, settlers is, of course, I mean, it's like that kind of management sim, to me, signifies like Germany or Central Europe. They have just an affinity for making these really engaging management sim games. Your settlers need cloth into the wool business. Build a sheep farm on good grazing land. There should be nothing but fields of grass within the service area. Excuse me. Sheep farm. Just grass. I'll click right mouse button to deactivate. Okay, interesting. I'm just messing with it, I guess. Okay, let's actually build that sheep farm now. Right here. While the sheep are busy growing wool for you, you should now build a weaver's hut where the wool can be woven into cloth. I will say it's something that will be cool is the construction time. That's something for me that Settlers is so cool with, because you see the building being built slowly but surely, and here it's just like, pop, there it is. So, yeah, Settlers 2 is amazing. We streamed that like a year ago or more now, but that is such a fun game. It's addicting to see the little guys walking around and doing their job. So, you should build a weaver's hut. Sheep farm. That's not what I want. I really want. There we go. Workshops. Aha. Weaver's hut. Let's see. Okay. So this guy should be able to walk up there and get the stuff. So we'll build it right there. You probably noticed by this time that you can only build within the service area administered by your warehouse. You can expand this area by building marketplaces. Aha. If you don't have enough wood, you can just wait until the forester has chopped down enough trees. You can cut down the waiting period by pressing F5 to F7, 4 times normal speed. Let's see where we're at. Yes, good call, I should save. Where the hell do you save? I don't know where to save. Is there a menu? Let's zoom. So F5 to F7 is like speed. Player status. Oh, here we go. Diplomacy, list of cities, list of ships. Nope. Options. Video and speech. That's not helpful at all. Don't know how to save. What's the worst that can happen? We're going to market place then. There we go. You know enough to build your first settlement and keep your settlers supplied. Chapter on trade and diplomacy teaches how to begin trading with other players. But I'd like to build a road here. Just I can't leave it like that. So he's wondering. There's sheep. I should probably look and see what the button to save is. Is there a... Nope, there's no, like, info here at all. So that's cool. Yeah, let me look that up quick, because I feel like that's going to be important in the game. Or I'm going to have a bad time. So how do you save? Keyboard shortcuts, let's see. Yeah, I think it's just pure pixel artistry. There is no, like, save load is the G button. Well, that's handy. I think good to know. I'm gonna keep that open. G. Sure, why not? No, it's just really, really cool pixel artistry. And again, I'm a sucker for that kind of isometric viewpoint, right? So, it looks really good. And again, this is kind of like, I wouldn't say a remastered version, but a kind of repackaged later version of the game than the original Anno 1602. So there's that part. I mean, it was cleaned up a little bit. I believe there's what's called a History Edition, which is like a remaster of the game too. So the Anno series has been around for, well, since 1998. With lots of cool improvements. So we're going to go back to tutorial. Trade and diplomacy. Now that you've founded your first settlement, you find that you need bricks in order to expand. Unfortunately, the island which you have settled has no mountains, and you're unable to build a quarry. You will now have to conclude a trade agreement with another player so you can trade for bricks, giving you an opportunity to acquaint yourself with basics of trading. Trading start.
Which color shall grace your banner?
Okay. You need bricks. The problem is you don't have any mountains on your island. Solutions are trading.
Settlement. For the time being, you will have to import these, since no mountain exists on your island. Open diplomatic relationships and
Your offer has
offer a
been
trade
accepted.
agreement.
Diplomacy menu. So blue player, yellow player, and
Someone is offering you a trade agreement.
I'll allow it. Then we'll start trading, and that's you basically trading with different islands, and in multiplayer, then you'd basically just be playing this way directly. So, click your trading partner's warehouse. Let's click your ship. Change goods. Consumer goods. Now you can load your surplus cloth into the cargo hold of your ship. Yeah, they were very excited. Load goods onto the ship. Go to your trading partner's warehouse. So now, I basically brought with me cloth to trade, so that makes sense. You have a resource that the other player doesn't have, etc., and you work your way through that, so. Now, we can trade goods. Can I sell anymore? Nope. They got all this cloth they want. Go back to my own warehouse. Not sure if this establishes a trade route. This is pretty much as far as I got in the tutorials I played. So we'll kind of explore it together now. But you can see their ship, our free trader, is going back and forth too. So change goods. So now you know how to get supplies you can't produce yourself. Later in the game, you'll probably have to import a lot more supplies. So it's important to maintain good relationship with your fellow players. Chapter about naval battles to teach you how to protect your trading fleet against attack. Yes, there is military stuff too, both on land and in water. So we'll exit the tutorial. Very short tutorials. You're face to face with an enemy fleet. You will now be shown how to maneuver your fleet at sea and which options are available to you during battle at sea. Habati. I played pirates.
Choose your banner.
Alright, Pixel, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time. But yeah, it's one of these games here now that, you know, once you get rolling, just one more turn is definitely gonna happen here. So
Has entered your waters.
combat mode. Ready cannon. Bring these on deck. Oh. Attack the enemy ship with a large ship.
Prepare to board.
I don't want to board. I want to canonize.
Prepare to board.
There we go. Bluey.
Sink the landlubbers.
Oh, we have like little. Well, they're just like sitting there, just duking it out. Oh no, my ship.
Sink the landlubbers.
Well, that was easy.
Ahoy!
Can we pick up the resources there? Throw cargo overboard. No, I'd like to
Into
pick
the
up this stuff.
shrouds. Ahoy!
No?
Set full sail.
Oh. You can send ships out on patrol in order to keep an area. Set patrol route. Oh, alright. Well, that was easy. Protect your trading routes so you can have them going back and forth, so. That was a very short tutorial. Okay, now land battle. You face an enemy army on the field of battle. You can now be shown how to maneuver your troops. Which is, you do that in Settlers 2 as well, a little bit. Well, all the Settlers game. Because basically, besides expanding your borders and Settlers, the end result of your entire supply chain basically ends up with gold coins and feeding your soldiers, which trains them and also keeps them happy. So, Start game.
Under which flag will you sail?
Combat mode.
The enemy has been
Combat
sighted.
mode. Strategic import is your trading post, so... Land your soldiers and dry off the enemy. Sail to a point on the coast where there's little force as possible and land your troops.
Into the shroud.
Right here.
Ahoy!
Limit selection of cavalry. Okay. Attack an enemy with the cavalry.
To the attack. Follow me.
That's quite good, so... Oh. No, the mouse did the thing again. Come on, we gotta restart now. Can I click? Yeah. You guys remember when I was, we were playing Hexen 2, I think? And the mouse just keeps, like, bugging out. That's kind of annoying. So we completed that tutorial, but now we gotta reboot. So I may just go grab another mouse, because I don't want to have to deal with that again. Because that cost us to reboot for Hexen 2, I think, like, freaking 4 times, something like that. So it just does not like this mouse. Like, there's a little bit of a lag or delay there, and it just drops the connection. So I'm gonna try and... Again, I think it's my KVM that's a problem, but it doesn't help if it doesn't work. Keyboard stays working, but... Yeah. Turn off hardware mouse acceleration. I think you can't... There's nothing to do that. That's Windows XP, isn't it? Yeah, it's a PS2 mouse, an optical one. I could try a different one. It's just a cheap lab tech one. It might be just a mouse. It's a problem. Because I don't think there's anything to do with... Oops, right-handed. You can't disable that. There's no acceleration. And the KVM has worked fine when I use a... which, yeah, I actually had it plugged in directly when I was playing the other day, but the problem is this computer is kind of messier. But the mouse I used to use didn't have a scroll wheel, which isn't applicable here anyway. Yeah, really? Okay. Because there's nothing... Oh, there's a game or mouse acceleration name. But here, in this case, here, it's lost connection with Windows, right? The mouse isn't even registering at all. The mouse is here, but just lost connection. But yeah. Yeah, there's one in the game settings, but I think this happened with Hexen as well. I think it's just the mouse in general doesn't work. So give me 1 second. I was going to put it on a screensaver, but I can't even do that. So see if I can navigate here now. We're going to remember my keyboard shortcuts here. There you go. I'm going to grab another mouse. 2 seconds. Got my whole mouse box. But I'm gonna try this one actually. This is a Microsoft wheel mouse, serial and PS2 compatible. Ball mouse. So we're going back to that one again. So we'll see. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. The KVM might just be causing it to drop or disconnect. Like, think of it this way. If you unplug a PS2 mouse on a Windows 98 machine, it doesn't like that, right? Keyboard you can reconnect, but I think a mouse really wigs out. I think the KVM just doesn't like either the ball mouse or maybe just the laser. It's drawing too much power. I'm not sure. voodoo magic, whatever it might be. So we'll reboot now with this mouse plugged in. And we will try that. Good evening, Bruce. Good morning, whatever, can't remember where time zone you're in, but good something. Good mouse troubleshooting. See, I think at this point, I think every one of these streams need to have some sort of hardware troubleshooting where it's not a proper stream. I'm going to try and disable the hardware cursor in the game, but I have a feeling, especially since it lost a connection in Windows itself, and that happened a lot with Hexa. We played that on a different computer, so... yeah, exactly. You don't want to unplug one that's running if you can avoid it, so... And I will say, the mouse I used... So, I used to stream... There we go, it's detected now. I used to stream with this mouse for a year and a half. So if this doesn't work now, we'll go back to the classic standby, which has it's a ball mouse, you know, it's no scroll wheel, it's an original compact, one of these ones, you know. Yeah. And so this KVM is actually from the office as well. It is a trip-light, like metallic KVM switch. I do have another KVM switch in mind too, which is a retro one, but it has a little bit of loose connections, but it's like a beige one. It's pretty amazing. See here now, it's already sticking a little bit. Not a good start. And then actually it's not booting even. Wow. It froze up on me. Well, that's a good start. It's trying to do something there. It's forward.exe crashed. Yeah, this mouse is like... Ow. Yeah, it's funny because I don't have a password on the... it uses network, right? It's a network connection. So if you log into a network drive, for example, I have to have that installed to use TCP/IP and NetBIOS and all that. But no, there's no password on the machine, so... this is a really good start. I feel like it's like freezing up. Yeah, it's funny too because the machine has been running flawlessly, of course, until I stream, and then no. But I don't think I can even do Control-Delete here now. The keyboard is completely frozen up, so we'll restart the hard way. If this doesn't work, then yeah, we'll switch to the mouse I used to use all the time. It's very possible this KVM is just not liking life anymore too, or the KVM cables. You got to consider that it plugs into something, right? I would have said it might be the particular KVM cable to this machine. However, when we streamed Hexen, that was on a... I don't have time for that. That was on a different machine. So we have two different Windows 98 machine now that's doing the same basic problem. So I'd like to think that it's probably the KVM that's the problem. Tried many mice now, or not many, but several, so... Oh, well, there you go. Games ahoy. Pirate themed. Yes, let's do watch to scan this on the stream. There. First try. It's all part of the experience. I have to say it every stream. It's fun that I used to get really kind of like hard to recover from that now, but the way I'm set up, I have learned that like anything when it comes to retro stuff, there's always some little problem, right? So this might be an issue with this particular mechanical part of the mouse, so I need to check inside here now. These rollers are not super clean. I think it's actually literally a mechanical resistance giving me a problem. There's gunk on the rollers. Yeah, we're going real retro here now. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you can play these... A lot of these games are now available to be played on modern machines, right? Where you just get GOG version or, you know, remastered one or something. But is it as fun, though? Is it as fun when everything just works? I mean, be honest. I mean, yeah, sometimes it is. But there's something special with just retro stuff and, like, troubleshooting it. And then I spend more time tinkering than playing games. I swear I play more games during a stream than I do otherwise with retro. Because I just end up tinkering with it so much. It's so much fun. Because then when you do finally get it to work, like, you're just doing something simple. You're not spending an entire evening troubleshooting, like, an issue on like some driver or something, and then you get it to work, and it's so gratifying, conquering the machine and like, haha, your stupid drivers won't stop me. Then maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment. There we go. That was actually a mechanical problem because it had the gunk built up on the rollers to the point where it was causing them to kind of stuck and spin. So, yeah, there you go. We'll try that. Of course, the mouse is still kind of sticking a lot, so. Yeah, it's funny because if you have the mouse that comes with I was gonna say Mario Paint, the Super Nintendo mouse that I do have, it came with a roller cleaner. It's basically like a I don't know how to describe it, but like a little small hockey stick, if that makes sense. That's bent at the bottom and has a hollowing out like that, so you can kind of lay it on the roller and clean the rollers that way. And it actually works quite well. This mouse is sticking a lot though. That's annoying. We did a land battle. So I guess we actually are in the campaign now. It's just weird because, like, here, there's a huge dead space there in the beginning of the movement. If I leave the mouse alone, there's a really big dead space. I don't know if it's the roller. I've used this mouse a lot on... Maybe we'll disable mouse acceleration here, but I was doing the same thing in Windows too, so... This is a very mouse-heavy game. We'll see how this goes, but... Wow. Bruce, that's, if your brother was buying games, copying, returning them, that's a nice thing to do, isn't it? And it's weird, too, because I've used this mouse for filming, and all the stuff that I've filmed recently... like the Packard Bell, for example, I used this very mouse. All the games I was playing on that, which granted was mostly keyboard, ran just fine. It's really weird here. It's pausing on acceleration. Like the rollers, there's nothing else on there now. So if I'm try this, yeah, it's basically like even using a roller. Like there's a big like dead spot. So, that would pale ale. It's funny because I'm not a huge fan of IPAs as of late. I tend to prefer more ales, but I swear the people who love hops, they were just like, oh, more IPA, more hops, higher percentage. But I don't think it's the Windows mouse setting. We can check, but I don't think there's anything you can set in the like even the clicks are slow to react. It's bizarre. The thing is, there's no acceleration in Windows 98, right? At all. Like, it's on or off, so... Based on the fact the other mouse ran fine while it was working. Still makes me wonder if it's a KVM that's wigging out. Let's see... That's really, like, weird. It's, like, kind of lagging out. There, stop. 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 That's weird. It's like it's a polling thing or something. Maybe we'll try with the last mouse, but if this doesn't work, maybe we'll plug it in directly to the computer. It might be the KVM or the cable that goes to this particular machine that's the problem, so... Alright, I'll switch to the original mouse that did work before all of this started. We're going to turn off the machine, plug it in, and then start it. And see if that... There's nothing to adjust with polling settings, I think, right? So it's just mouse speed or movement. There, this mouse is what I used to stream with all the time. I mean, I played so many games on this one, we used to stream with it for like a year or more, so... This will be the one. If this doesn't work, then I know it's a KVM or something like that, and I'll plug in directly to the computer, so... When you joined to see a city building management game, of course you were... Oh, I did the stupid thing here. I unplugged the keyboard. Not the mouse. So that's not going to help. Or smart. We'll do this one more time. Here's the mouse I was going to plug in. I'm plugged into the keyboard port. Good grief. I'll just unplug the mouse. In Retro PC? Yes, alright. Someone who knows Anno, because I do not know Anno. And so far, it's been a little bit of Anno and a little bit of mouse troubleshooting, so... I think I may have to switch this KVM or something if this doesn't work. It could also be the connection to the uses, like, you know, a KVM cable, right, that has VGA and two PS2 cables integrated. And it's very possible that particular connection is bad, or something. It's weird, though, because this was doing similar problems with the other computers, so... The KVM port has the ports on the front, of course, too, so... Alright, we're just gonna... Sorry, wouldn't have it. Okay. First try. Yeah, I sure do remember. I used to watch that. I Am Braboon and I Am Weasel. Is that what it was called? I Am Weasel? On the IR Braboon. That was old school Cartoon Network. Old school, I guess, but way back. That's when I was really annoyed when in Sweden, in Cartoon Network, they decided to start dubbing everything. Like, what the? I got a lot of just English and, you know, American that way, so... That's true, I could take the KVM apart. It's actually stuck to my desk here a little bit. Smooth as butter. We're back with the original mouse. See, never switch around. And I really think kind of what's happening here is that the KVM was never designed to interface with a ball mouse. Or not a ball mouse, but with a wheel mouse, I think. That's what I'm guessing. And... I have a feeling that it's just sending too many inputs at the same time, and the KVM just goes, I don't know what to do with this. So I think that's the case. So we're back playing with the classic original one that always has worked. Go with the old faithful, trusty standby. So I think we were playing a game before mice happened. There we go. Okay, I think we decided G is the saving, so... Very nice. Okay, now we're getting some people coming in that know about this game, because the problem is that I don't, and I'm a total noob at this game. So far, we've played through the tutorial. I managed to miss basically all the Anno games. So it's something I'd like to explore and get into. So, yeah, you're probably right, and I don't know. I mean, this is just a KVM I got from work, right? It's a Triplite metallic one, whatever, that was made for basically... you know, interfacing with, well, servers, right? So, and it's pretty old, but it feels comforting to get back to this mouse here. We're going to start the campaigns here, and I don't know anything. Well, the end of a long trip has 1 star. It might be good to start, but maybe we'll start with the campaign. Continuous play, of course, just never ends, I think. I don't think we're going to do that, but what's the end of a long trip? Having left the old country far behind, your first mate finally sounds land in sight. Seek out an island and grow thereon a new settlement with 60 inhabitants. Once 40 of them have reached the status of settler and your account is not overdrawn, you may continue on to new adventures in a new world. Yeah, we'll do that one. So, yeah, it's interesting, as I really feel I should have been into this game. I don't know why it just kind of passed me by throughout the years. I mean, I love isometric games. In the 90s, I loved these kind of city/sim management games. And the fact that the series is so long-running, I've watched videos here and there of it, but I would like to get into it and get hooked, honestly. And so it looks very fascinating. I mean, I played all your typical, you know, city-building ones and civilization management ones, but this kind of seems to split the difference. A little bit of colonization, a little bit of settlers, a little bit of everything from that era, which is why it was so popular, I'm guessing.
Choose your flag.
So now we have our entire fleet here.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, those are
Aye,
opposing forces, aren't they? Yep. So we need to find a good island here. Ooh, this one looks nice. Should go down there and explore that one. This one might be... There's a lot of tearing going on, too.
A player is expanding his territory.
Oh, yeah. Is that where this guy's going to? Now he's going here. I'm going to go down to this island here. This looks good. Hurry. Sail faster. That's what I've seen, too. I watched a little bit of videos on this game.
Been opened up.
Just to get an idea. And it seems like in the beginning, if you sleep for 1 second... Ooh, a village. I think that's good. If you sleep for 1 second and lose out on getting that beginning there, you are not in a good position.
This island's resources have been determined.
Ore here. Ooh, look at that.
Deposit has been discovered.
Ooh. Woohoo! This seems like a good one to build on here. Yeah, we're taking this island. Ta-da! Force.
Set full sail. Plot a new course.
Plot a new course. Okay. So let's build. First we need a forester hut, I think, right? Yeah, eating morning whatever, foil fresh. But yeah, I should probably build over there, but that's a volcano, isn't it? That's fine. I am a total noob at this game, so watch me miserably fail and learn as I go along. I feel that this is going to happen. Forester, yeah, that's the forester hut. Can't build there. Do I not have enough wood? Do I have to trade to get wood? Oh, I need to unload my ship first. Doi. There we go. Sorry, I'm still learning. So build. Yeah, it seems like it's got a lot of things going on in the beginning, but then as you get used to it, then it becomes the second nature maybe, but it's like you got a flow to it. So, yes, thank you. And then we need a fishery, to a hunting lodge, sheep farm.
A new settlement has been established.
A lot of blue there. Not a lot of blue there. Build one here for starters. So get a little bit going. Build a road up here, I guess. Again, this will look terrible in the beginning. Yeah, you're right. G was not save. If anyone can help me figure out what the heck the save button is. Because I cannot figure out that G is not doing... That's the thing I've heard too about, like, once you get going with all the games, they are just really easy to keep going, if you will, so... Where's the pause button? That's great so far. Because I don't know what the pause button is. There is a pause button. Where's the timer on this? I thought I looked up the instructions, but they weren't applicable. Menus. Options. So that's options. Diplomacy is D. Okay. G is save or load, and it's not doing that. B is constructions. It all lines up. It's just you can't save. Pause is pause. So it's a pause button. Really? It actually shows you a nice little, like... Oh, that was something else. Yeah, it's a nice little, like, relaxing... Yeah, it's actually the pause button. Look at that. Welcome Radsci guy there to the Discord. Very nice. I've heard really good things about 1503. Like, it took everything that was good about 1602 and just kind of made it better, right? I'm excited to check that one out, too. But here, a nice little scene. Yeah, this is great. It's like, it feels, again, very polished. So, again, this, so, I mean, the 1602 AD then was just kind of a, not a re-release, but a repackage for the US market. And it feels very polished. Like, it feels not as rough maybe as, and once you get the flow of it, I think it's better too. It doesn't feel as rough as many of the management games or as steep of learning curve. Because yes, there's learning curve, don't get me wrong. But some of these management games are really brutal, so that is really cool. I still don't know how to save because the G button does do nothing. So maybe it just autosaves. I kind of doubt it. Seriously doubt it. Let's build some houses, I guess. So cheap farm, forester hut, house. Yeah, it would be a good screensaver. Maybe I should build more forester huts so I can have a higher production of wood. As I understand, it's a very relaxing game, so yeah, that's what I understood too. Like watching gameplay of the newer ones, like the getting all the stuff going or all the resources in full swing is not a insignificant task, I guess that makes sense. There, we'll make sure we have some more. Let's see, we'll do a road up here. This will not be efficient at all. I can tell you that right away. This will be not remotely efficient, but I feel like I should have good food production here. Fisher's hut again. I like that right click kind of disable, so. So how do you manually save? How do I actually open the menu? Let's do a little cutscene here again. Nice and calming. Yeah, there wasn't one under options. So frame rate, version number. A G is save load, but where is the... How do you open the menu to save? That's what I don't see. I'm just blind, or what's going on? Literally have to, like, search for it. How do you save? I don't want to cheat, like... Literally, like, how do you actually save in the game? Yeah, that's very LucasArty. That's very relaxing, soothing. Under the save game menu. So for the people that actually played this, like, where is the save game menu? Because I can't seem to find it. It's not on options. There it is now. Okay.
Saved.
Saved. So it was because I was running a tutorial earlier, that menu was missing. Okay. We're good. It was under options the whole time. Okay. Let's build another fishery. So we can get some more fish. And that was under docks. Fisher's hut. There we go. We'll build some more road. I hope this stays true, or kind of stays like this nice and calming, because I like that. It's a nice pace. Shift G. Nope, Shift G does not do anything, but G doesn't do anything either, so it's only in the options menu there, but at least now I know where it is, so there's that part. So let's see, well, they want some wool and stuff, so let's do that. I'm just following what we did in tutorial earlier, so we'll start with that. Again, not very, very efficient. X by the building image. Okay, so I think you can rotate when you build, right? So when I build, for example, the workshop here, yeah, I can rotate it. Does it auto-rotate? No. Oh, no, hey, no. No! I don't want 2 Weaver's Hut. There we go, I can cancel by right-clicking. Oh, nice. First-person mode, that's cool. I'm just a total sucker for this kind of, like, perspective and seeing, like, little details going on and all intricate stuff happening, and I think it's really neat when they do this kind of stuff. So now, I think we talked about... I don't even have all the buildings yet. Wooden Bridge... I don't want to demolish. Chapel, marketplace, house, forest, hunting lodge. Do that. I think we have to plant a new forest too eventually. You can rotate like this. Oh, I think we have a question mark here. Status. So what are you looking for? Demanding cloth. Well, geez. You should be able to make cloth, right? This is more like Civ, if you will. Yeah, I think so. It's more Civ-like in the sense that you are resource managing and that level of stuff. It's not really... Show current level balance sheet. Need more houses, I think. I don't have enough to get enough taxation here. It's definitely more of a management game where you're managing your empire, much less combat. But I mean, it's got all the hallmarks of a game I would enjoy, which is why I already feel it pulling me in now here, optimizing the environment and everything going on. I don't need more weavers' huts. I don't need a workshop. It's just a regular house. Public building. There we go. So... Can't remember what they said. Tobacco's 100%. Okay. Yeah, it's got a bit of everything. So that's why I think it just flew under the radar for me. For this one, and you can buy this one on GOG, this version, but it sounds like the sequel, the 1503, is a lot better too. There's so many of these versions. I mean, there's just a ton of them. I don't know how many games they totally made, but I mean, just a boatload of them. So we're losing money right now, quite a bit. Do we have any leftover? We don't have leftover cloth yet. It's the weaver. Yeah, they're producing some. They all demand cloth. Demand a marketplace. Fine, we'll build a marketplace. So we're going to run out of cash here now. There, I think that means we can now build in this area here. Still have a pretty substantial negative. Ukraine, oh my. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to go too deep in that. I'm hoping everything pans out, but that's a hot topic to say the least, so. I'm not an expert to discuss that, I suppose, but I really hope things just cool down. I'm a big proponent of everyone should just cool down if we can. That's right. We can build to the city, I think, here, too. Maybe on rock and roll, even. Maybe trade with them. I can't build there because I don't have influence, right? So yeah, that's the thing. I would love to explore the newer ones. I mean, some of the futuristic one looks really cool, too. The 17, whatever, and, et cetera, et cetera. They have a lot more houses. I should probably build more houses. More citizens, huh? More citizens gives me more tax income, and that's kind of what I need, right? Can also build another sheep farm. you can live here. Delightful. They demand a chapel. Well, geez. They have full food, at least. They don't want cloth anymore, so that's cool. We have a surplus of cloth now. Just a little bit. 1 ton of cloth. That's right. I built a market there, so I can build here. I assume I want to make connection with the natives here. That's probably a good thing in this kind of game. I think I watched a video on that, so... I think I can slow down the speed, too. But what else can I build right now? I feel like I'm not getting... My cash is kind of slow. Then again, I'm losing like 40-something. I have a lot, so... Forest Hut. I don't have a lot of resources for buildings yet I can build, so... Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, this feels like being able to control them in a more AoE or RTS-style setting is probably helpful. Doesn't feel super fun to just not be able to do anything, right? So, let's see. Building a little bit of surplus of cloth. They want a chapel, so I guess we can build that. I want to keep the populace happy, right? There you go. Chapel it is. You're doing one of those where you're kind of holding the phone to fall asleep. I don't know how many times I go to bed and I just watch something on my phone, you know, before I fall asleep. And I just like drop it and like just wake up. Look out. I got it. I'm holding it. I got it. So now they have a church. Are they happy now? We have a chapel. See? It's right there. We have marketplace. They just not have enough area. They need another chapel. Oh, goodness. Alright, fine. We'll build another chapel then. These people want a marketplace over here, so I guess I'll build a marketplace here too. I'm still just kind of fumbling around. I think this is an easy scenario, so it's a good one for me to start with. So we're just learning as we go along. There, they're all super happy. Fully awake. Step out in the cold. Yeah, it's, for those that didn't see on Twitter or whatever, Sukra and I met up actually here a few days ago, which was super fun. I appreciate Sukra showing me around, and it was fun to finally meet in person. And we made the town unsafe while we were both bumbling around trying to find anything. But that was a lot of fun. Hoping we can meet up again sometime, too. That mountain has ore in it there, right? We'd like to get there eventually. So, I probably need to build another marketplace to expand down here. But that's right, I need to get 40 settlers to this area here, so I just need to get more houses. Really what it comes down to. Amount of lumber? What's going on here? Let's see, I have 3 lumber. Yeah, that's kind of I figured. It's just, you know, first times playing this game is going to be horribly inefficient. You think like, you know, Caesar and Transport Tycoon, any of those management games are just terrible. But then you learn as you go along and you play it more and more. Let's see. What lumber do I have stored up here now? No wood. I don't have no wood. So what does the question mark mean? I need more woodcutters? I'm building a lot, I guess. I don't remember what the, where are they transporting? Oh, it's a fishery. I always love seeing little settler guys walking around and doing their work like he's carrying their... Oh, okay, plant more trees. Got it. Thank you for that tip. I think there is a thing in here for... Ooh, stonemason. That's a new building. Forest. There's a lot of trees there now. Oh, and maybe not mature trees. Plenty of mature trees there, I think. But I'm not sure what the question mark means there. Okay, so they actually are waiting for trees to grow. There's a lot of trees over there, dude. Just walk over there. I guess their range is very short there. They will build another forester's hut over here. So we can get some more lumber. I don't have lumber to build that. Individual tile? Wow. Well, I mean, if you played the Caesar 3, that kind of is a similar thing there. Each, like, little thing has to be upgraded hand by hand. There we go. Now they're getting some lumber. Alright, so maybe let's build another... Yeah, that's the thing. I assume this is... Right now, I am a net loss of 42. I don't have a populace to get enough tax income here. So, it's kind of like a little bit of a problem there, like what comes first here, right? So... that's fine. We're just going to cut them down right away. But yeah, I know they need to grow before they cut them there. But I wonder if I'm going to build another forester up here so that I can... how much does that even cost? Does it tell me? 2 tools, which I don't have. Where are the tools coming from? Do I need to build another something I don't have? Is there some building I need to get to? Butcher shop. That's probably good. Cattle farm. Hunting lodge. Fire brigade. I know that's an important thing to do. Where do I get tools? I mean, I am a tool, but where do I get tools? Do I have to trade that? Or can I actually produce that? Because without tools, I can't do anything. The demand for liquor is not being met. Yes, that is a common problem for everyone. Sorry, I don't have liquor to meet your needs right now, but I like the fact that they're asking about it. Okay, so I have to accept them. Choose product to be purchased. I see. Tools, okay. I see. So now that's set. Okay, so I decide then you need to buy this and fill up. Purchase up to the inventory, which costs gold, of course. So I see. I see. So I can actually do this. And then I can set also to sell if I have a product I have a lot of. Such as cloth. Okay, cool. Interesting. So now I can buy tools, which can help me build more stuff. Okay. So it's a bit of a balancing act of what to spend the money on then, basically. Which makes sense. Yeah, I'd like to get another forester hut here. So I can have a little more wood production. And let's see, where's the trees? All this is planted here. Interesting. Let's see, what crops? We have tobacco, vines, and sugarcane, which means I can't grow anything that will help me, although I could grow tobacco, which I'm assuming will get me a lot of money, so... okay, so I need to make sure that the buying isn't just going nuts here. Although I set the price a little lower. Because, yeah, they keep buying it to fill up. Evening solar. It's addictive manipulating that, because now the balance sheet is dropping dramatically because I'm spending a lot of money on buying tools, right? So it's fascinating trying to optimize this, but it is already pretty challenging, but it's addictive. I don't know. No, not demolition mode. You can build a quarry. It needs a lot of tools. 6 tools. But having stone is probably good. Don't have enough tools for that. Then I can trade and sell things like that, of course, so... Oh, you already have some tools on here. Unload that. There we go. See, how's our actual supplies in this town here? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, with 50% right, you'll basically lose out on every single thing there. So, we have tools. We have a lot more wood now. Plenty of wood. We got cloth, so we could trade that. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I always just, like, okay, how do we optimize this? And I'm not good at this kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like I want to expand down to this village here. It feels like that would be a good thing to do. But I need to build a warehouse down here to do that. Which I could. I just want to make sure I'm not messing with this area here for the farm. I think if I build a road... I can build cobblestone roads now. That's cool. If I build a market down here, I can expand that. So, how much does a marketplace cost? Quite a bit, but I have to expand down here, so... Now I think I can connect these here, if that gives me any particular benefit. Native hut. Hut, hut, hut. I feel like I need a fire brigade, so... okay, so yeah, that was the problem with this island particularly. I just kind of threw myself at it, right? And there's 100% tobacco, then vines 50, and sugarcane 50, so... Still learning, but I think... Correct me if I'm wrong, when you play a scenario, it's the same map. It's not randomized, so you can learn which island to go to first if you play it again and just kind of fly to that island, right? So... I have 66 inhabitants now, so that's pretty good. I don't remember the, Let's see, probably... How we're doing on tools now. We have 200 here. So we can stop purchasing that for now. Yeah, we got like 20 tons of tools. Lots of tools to be had. But I feel like I want to build a quarry... just to get stone. Maybe I can trade that. Look at that. We're getting a lot of cool distillery tobacco products. But I need a tobacco farm first. That's probably a good one to have, right? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Tobacco field, tobacco plantation. Yeah, let's build a tobacco plantation here. Which cost us 8 bricks, which I don't have. Bricks needed. Okay, so now I can make a stonemason, right? Okay, so you can trade back and forth with your own stuff. So let's see, where was the stonemason? Yeah, sorry, I'm still learning about this game here now. There's a lot to take in, but it is really cool. I can see the addictive personality so far. Personality. The addictiveness in this game. So there's a quarry. A workshop to make the stonemason. There we go. Perfect. So there was some difficulty. Went through like 3 mice, I think. Here, I'll do this. I'll take a quick break here and watch the very soothing thing here. So, yeah, we went through the box of mice. And I went back to the original mouse here, so that I used to stream it for like over a year. So as far as the setup goes, and I'm hoping to do a video on that at some point, just to kind of show what I use. There's a few pieces of key things that are in play here, right? So I have multiple computers set up in a KVM switch, so I can switch over them. So I basically have a P3700, a P1166, and then a Pentium, or sorry, and yeah, Athlon 2600 Plus, all hooked up, and then a guest spot on the 4 spot. So that all feeds into the KVM, then of course. which then feeds into a splitter so that I can play on a CRT at the same time. You can see that on the action cam. I'm playing on a 19-inch ViewSonic CRT. Up here is the stream control. And that splits then also into a VGA cable that goes to my main PC sitting over the side here that has a data path E1 capture card in it, which is kind of a frame grabber more than a capture card. But the cool thing with the data path card is that it basically can do pixel perfect capture if you want to. Now, I'm rescaling it on the fly a little bit, so you're actually watching 1024 scaled to 1280 by 960, so that it fits in the capture or the display you're seeing on YouTube, right? And I'm using area scaling to make that happen, which is generally, I think, the best like retro scaling thing. And that's what allows that to happen. Then I also have audio captures going to like 2 different audio splitters, so I can listen to it at the same time. And I'm also capturing then, my audio with a separate DAC over here, a Behringer standard DAC, all piped into my main PC. So that's been a lot of trial and error back and forth over the year and a half, and I feel like I'm finally gotten now to the point where streaming is well set up. We also just recently upgraded our internet, so I can stream now at 12,000 kilobit per second, no problem, which is kind of like the upper... You don't get much more out of that if you go higher than that for 1080p. I could stream at 1440. I might try that sometime, but right now 1080p seems like to be the best for me. And then I also have my main camera, my Panasonic GH4, that you're watching me through, right there, going into one of those cheap, like, USB to HDMI dongle things that allows you to capture stuff. It's like a Cam Link or whatever, except a lot cheaper, like 15 bucks. I figured I'd try it, and it works great. So, thanks. So, that is a very quick, like, lowdown on in general, but I'll do a video on it sometime. But that's what I use for streaming in general. So yeah, there's a lot of pieces, but it's kind of evolved there, I think, over time on what works and what doesn't work. And been a learning experience for me. I look back at some of the older streaming stuff and like, you know, I'm out of focus, or the sound is super loud in the game or too quiet. I know that was the thing forever. So, but yeah, this is a Triplite KVM 4-port. It's like a metal one. I can't really show it, but it's just a, you know, professional grade one that was used for work. I've found, interestingly enough, the KVM is one thing, but the cables matter. I have several KVM cables I've gotten from work, just, you know, found them or whatever. Some cables are really noisy, some are quite good. So I think that might be a problem too, especially if you have a cheaper KVM. I assume the cheap cables that came with it, maybe not as shielded. What I was going to try was buying a good quality VGA cable separately, and then just, you know, PS2 extenders or whatever. Not extenders, but PS2 cables. And try that and see if that gets a good quality, because like 2 of the KVM cables I have are good, but unlike one of them introduces noise. Now, when you're streaming, YouTube messes with it. I'm re-changing it. So yeah, if you blow up this and zoom in to the very fine pixels, you'll see some noise. But I've been able to capture through this solution very, very nice quality, even when you zoom into max or whatever. So, but for streaming, I think that you don't have to meet that high barrier or level, if you will. You can get away with this, if you will. So, so I'm not sure where Zoe is right now. I think that she's just, it's been cold, so she hangs out in our bedroom a lot now. And she also kind of hides from the dog. Not hides, but... So we have a Corgi, and he is now like 9 months old. And he relentlessly chases her poor cat. It's just, she hisses, and she swats at him, and he comes right back. And I'm not sure what he's going to do when he catches her, but he just won't relent. He just keeps going after her constantly. So, yeah, Triplite. It's basically like Trip-Lite. Yeah, exactly. It's a 4-port KVM switch. It literally just says KVM switch, 4-port. I can't see the model number because I don't think there's a sticker on here, but it is not... They don't use audio on this one. That's why I have a separate audio switcher. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll try and make a video on it. And again, you don't have to start with that. I think that's the thing that it's, you know... There's a lot of stuff in here because I wanted to have all the stuff good to go with just switching, right? But that's complexity that helps me do what I need to. I think it's important to look at where you want to start and where you want to go to. I had a KVM for starting because I got one from work, so I built it around that. And I want to be able to adapt, right? So I have everything network connected, so I can copy data if I need it from my primary PC, right? And I can, you know, switch around and whatever. So, yeah, it's pretty funny because I can't really show it because I can't pull it, but it's literally like a Radio Shack one. Like it's a, it's an S-Video and RCA switcher that just uses, you know, phono cables, 1 plug, 2 plug, or whatever. And that's what I use to capture the audio, and so far that's been great. And I have like a few splitters along the way, so I can listen to it on speakers. Because I can show you on the action cam. I mean, I'm listening to the game on these like Logitech cheapo speakers over here, and you don't hear it because I'm using noise filtering and everything on the microphone through OBS. And this microphone is, I'm very happy with it. I can't remember what a brand it is. Whatever. But I'm using XLR audio capture on that one. So it has a separate DAC and everything. Again, it took me a long time to get to this setup. As you guys have watched a lot of me, and I always appreciate it. You guys have hung out a long time, not many of you. That getting to this point wasn't completely without its hurdles, and I feel like I finally have a good setup now for that. So, yeah, Radio Shack. One thing I would like to look at maybe is getting an actual sound card for my computer, because right now I capture directly to the sound card on the motherboard, which seems to work fine. But I definitely notice when I listen to headphones doing like capture, I have to do some noise canceling on it, or noise filtering, because it definitely introduces a little bit of buzz. And I think it would be good to have an external card or a DAC or something to capture the audio. And I actually messed around with that because I have a second DAC here, which sounds silly to say, but so this is what I'm using for my audio capture for the microphone, which is just a typical Behringer 2-port, you know, whatever. What I was planning on doing is these, for not familiar with it, are mono. When you use a microphone like this, it's a mono one. It doesn't need the stereo because it's just picking up my voice, and you know, I don't have a stereo voice. So what you can do then is that if you use the 2 individual ports this has and you pipe it in, I was planning on potentially trying this. So basically, what this does, in theory, is an external sound card, more or less, or a external capture rack. This is a DAC, a digital to analog converter. So you plug in USB to your computer sees this as an additional sound device, and it captures this way. And that's what I have over here, exactly this for the microphone. Normally, this port then is your XLR microphone input. So, and that's what I might do then is basically pipe the computer audio to this, because this is a much cleaner audio capture, because it's dedicated to this, you know, it's a Behringer device versus the onboard. Well, thanks. I appreciate everyone enjoying the capture and everything. It's been, I don't know, it's important to me that it looks good and it sounds right and everything. And I think with the optical, the problem there, yes, you're right, optical will be superior. The problem then is, how do I capture like a 486, right? So then you need some converter of some variety that, you know, somewhere there has to be an actual mechanical analog component. Because optical, yes, absolutely, it would be better. And I can use that when I'm like capturing a Pentium 3 machine with a live card in it or something that has optical. But how do you capture this, you know, P166 with an AW64 in it or things like that? So I wanted to have, since I capture, yes, exactly, 2 channels. So that's the thing. Right now on the microphone input, I'm using 1 because I don't need 2 channels. So that was my thought, as I could capture left and right through that from the computer. That might reduce the buzz I have, because you won't need to capture directly onto the motherboard, right? So, Behringer, correct. It feels like Behringer is probably one of the better entry-level brands there, as far as like being able to buy a small one like that. Pretty cheap, so. Now I ramble on my setup for a long time here, but I wanted to keep my setup for, you know, late 80s to early 2000s, that era. I mean, general 90s, right? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's right. The Orpheus does have that. So the problem is, if you have one machine doing everything, that's great, but I switch around a lot, right? So this is what I figured out. So far, it's worked pretty well. It won't stand up to probably, you know, scrutiny on that level, but optical will be great. I know Phil covered that, yeah. That would be great. I think we determined I can have 2 stonemasons per... I want to make sure I'm not intruding. Okay, I can have 1 more stonemason there. I think I can have 2 stonemasons per thing. There we go. All right. So now I should be able to get brick here shortly. Got 70 people living here. And build some more houses, get some more people. How's our food going? Smack down on it. There we go. Yeah, so there's the ore here. So how do I build on that? So, Oreos, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of thing. I appreciate that too, because I think it's important to, like, we always want to strive for, like, perfection or whatever, but sooner or later you get to a point where there's diminishing returns. You can't, like, keep, you know, so much, like, there's so much you can, I'm going to get that last 99.1% or whatever to the perfection, and at the end of the day, you might be the only one noticing it, because you're looking at, like, the waveform of it, or capturing it, and looking at the zooming in pixels, and, you know, you got to focus on what actually is helpful, so. Oh, okay, 120 people. All right, so I need more people then, basically. Thank you. I brought many good tips here, so I appreciate that. I think we figured out that you can save now in the options menu, which thank you, I should save. Which has a floppy, that's delightful.
Saved.
Saved. I like that it says that. I think we figured out in the tutorial levels, you couldn't save. But here in the main level, you actually can, so. So what do we have now for...
Someone is offering you a trade agreement. Someone is offering you a trade agreement.
Ooh, I have bricks now. I think that's what's happening. Everyone's like, whoa, wait, let's trade with that guy. I don't remember where trading was. Yeah, I'm getting brick now, and they want to trade. I can't remember where trading was. There it was. Diplomacy. Can I look at the trade agreement? Oh, we just accepted. Okay, so I can actually trade with them. They all wanted to trade. That's great. All right, thanks for stopping by, Retro. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you get to a stream, right? It's thank you, Solar. Very much appreciated as always. Always appreciate any donations you guys throw my way. Never expected, always appreciated. So, but so yeah, I need more people then. I need more tools. I'm out of tools again. There we go. I like that setting, so. Oh, so I can't build over mine. Merch shop? Can I build that? Tavern, ooh. Fire brigade, I probably need that at some point. We resell tobacco, distillery. I feel like once you get in the groove of this, you can just, you know, smack stuff out really fast. Warehouse too, ooh. Now with more warehouse. Mining. Yeah, we're definitely producing brick now, which is cool. So how much brick do we have here now? We got quite a surplus of bricks. We could actually trade that. Maybe go and trade some brick for tools. Alright, so let's sail over here and trade. Open trade. A refreshing mug. So I've looked at, like, as far as, like, merch shop, it's challenging, right? I know some people have successfully done that. You probably want someone else to manage it, right? But, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have something I can throw my logo on a little bit and stuff like that. So I've thought about it. Just as a way to support, so. Take my bricks. You have tools? And okay, so you have nothing to trade with me. Fine, I don't want your stuff either. Everyone wants the tools. Oh, okay. I don't want to fight them. Do you get anything from having a natives town here? Like, I thought it was a good thing to have natives on the general land. So, ooh, let's look at that. We're making lots of money now. Not making lots. We're less in debt than we were before. Yeah. Because you want to get to net positive, right? You have nothing to trade me either. Good grief. I think the maps are fixed, right? They do not change. They demand a tavern. Well, geez. Spices, tobacco products, liquor. Probably need to Eric's Random Retro Bowl. Oh, okay. I should probably build a tobacco thing. It feels like that would give me a surplus here, right? Tobacco, everyone wants that. I don't have enough tools for that. Lots of wood now, though. I have bricks now. So I just need more tools. I'll buy some more. How do you make tools? Because it feels like that would be a market you really want to get into, but I don't know how to produce tools like locally. You think that for, you know, settling and who knows what, there will be a pretty big focus on like constructing tools, right? Tobacco field. Oh, how lovely. A little road there. I feel like I need a fire thing here. It feels like that's going to bite me here soon if I don't. That's weird, though. You think that, like, I understand it from a perspective, like, everyone wants to trade and everything. But you think that, like, we're settlers in a new world here. Making tools will be kind of critical to the whole endeavor, if you will. But now we should be able to get tobacco, right, which we can sell. I guess the populace wants tobacco. Do we have anything we have surplus of now? Oh, we have cloth, so we could trade cloth. We got plenty of food, too. That's good. This is incredibly addictive already. Sell cloth to an inventory of 10 tons. Here, that'll give us extra. We could sell a little bit of brick, too. So we have 5. Let's do, yeah. Let's do a little sale here so we can get some cash going. Balance sheet is still minus 147. We have 140 operating costs. I think we need more people, really, right? Need more taxes. The houses are getting nicer. Can I build better roads now? Cobblestone road. Oh my goodness. It costs 1 brick per cobblestone. Holy buckets. Oh, I need to plant more trees. What's wrong here, then? Just waiting for that tobacco field to grow? I guess that makes sense. I need to plant some more trees. No, they're still growing. Just waiting for them to grow, I guess. They just want tavern. Working on tobacco. Probably built this a little further out so I can have more tobacco area there. Again, it's all a learning experience right now. There. See, it's here and then right there. So we'll make some tobacco fields and money, so. Oh, wow. A pretty good pickup there. We could probably sell some of the wood, too, I think. Oh, okay. That's probably very good items to trade, right? Or sell. Yeah, we can sell some lumber here now. We're making quite a bit of that. Let's see. Sell to an inventory of 20. That will give us extra cash, I guess. I do not know. I haven't really messed with anything as far as, like, you know, making it a business. It's just for fun, so I'm sure I could. But boy, that sounds like a nightmare come tax season, because the amount of money involved in here is so small that I haven't really established a business or anything like that yet. So I probably should at some point if I keep growing. So, no. I think I like to do a video on that at some point. I think is what I always say. A Pentium 4 retro machine, I think. Well, don't say bad things, Sukran. You're fine. The Pentium 4, I think, is underrated as a retro machine in the sense that, yes, it's cool with all these, you know, rare machines and awesome stuff and whatever. It's easy to lose sight on the fact that a decent Pentium 4 will bring you a pretty good retro machine, right? It can run a lot of stuff. Like, you run early 2000 stuff much faster than you think, and it can run late 90s stuff as well just fine, you know, and it's cheaper to get into than a lot of the P3s and P2s, which are cool, don't get me wrong, and, you know, Socket 7 and all that stuff, but for someone just starting out, a P4 is a really good starting point to get into retro. That would be pretty funny if there's been a ship hanging out in the water there, but I don't think so. I just got one ship in this one. I only have the one ship. Those guys have much bigger... Oh, those are free traders, I see. Yep, this is the only ship I have, so... And that's the thing. I appreciate any input, anything, because I'm, of course, total novice at this game, but I'm learning. And I really like it so far. It's really cool. Easy to get stuck into. Yeah, I think that's the thing, too. A Core 2 Duo, I think, is probably, like... Because those you can get basically from, you know, workplaces that are getting rid of them. Very cheap, right? So, it'd be cool if I can build there an ore. There you go, he's picking up the tobacco now. So now we have actually some tobacco production. Which is probably really good. Tobacco products. Do we need a place that actually makes the tobacco thing, right? You know, the cigar stuff, which I think I do probably. Tobacco products, there we go. There, shouldn't have to walk very far. There we go, now it's gonna go pick up some tobacco. 4 tons of tobacco. Let's see how many tons of tobacco this one dude can carry. He carried 4 tons of tobacco by himself. Since this is not a representation, but an actual real thing, no. Just carried 4 tons of tobacco, it's fine. No problem. I should save. I will say, so far,
saved.
This has not crashed at all. I'm really surprised here, so... Alright, evening, Sukra. See you later. Have a good one and stay warm. See you later. This is fine. I work out. 4 tons. So what are citizens? They are getting tobacco products. They want spices, I think. I can't remember what the goal was in the game here. I should have looked at that, I guess, but... The objective. Whatever. Nice. Can't wait to see your finished product. There's Solar. It's always fun when things come together and you get a video going. I swear I will finish my next video I'm working on at some point. I have filmed some of it, but it's slow going. Life has been happening lately, so... Because these guys are settlers now. I think that means they've been upgraded here. I probably just need more people again. Build a house. What else can we build? A tavern. I feel like I should have a fire brigade. I feel like that's going to be a problem if I don't build one. Right there.
Your city grows and thrives.
It grows and thrives. Well, that's good. I feel I should keep upgrading my little roads here. It's going to look nicer. And it feels better. Slowly but surely, we will get these established here. I think what we're going to do is... There, make it faster for the cobblestone people there to carry back and forth, because that should improve their... Well, yeah. It looks nicer. This is dangerously addicting in the sense that it's pulling you in very slowly to the point where it's like you don't know what's going on. And I see how you could lose hours and hours on this because you're basically trying to just make things more efficient, make things better, make things, you know... I should probably stop the buy up tools here because I feel like I need to get the tools, but you can get to the ore mine with the stuff you have. Okay. Spice plantation, sugarcane. I could, in theory, build more tobacco fields because that's, of course, something I could build here quite easily. If I build one more down here, I can do that. That's right. Welcome, gaming. Yeah, you better mess with the economy here, and that's the thing. I'm still a novice at this, but I can see balance in this. It's got that mixture of civilization, or not civilization, but Settlers 2, or Settlers 3, 4, whatever, and Caesar, or any of the city building games like that. It's got that mixture, and it's really addicting so far. That's a long script. See, let's build another tobacco farm because it feels like... What am I lacking now? Oh, brick. Okay, I used my brick to build roads. Look at that. Cart pusher is really going fast. At least those guys are carrying a cart. We're using a cart versus the one guy carrying it by hand. Strong arm over there. So how much brick are we keeping? Yeah, I should probably have more brick. There. Sell to inventory. Oh, that's not what I want to do. We have a lot of food, too. We can sell some food here. Let's do that. I don't know if that's going to sell any or people actually want food. And probably most of the other ones have enough food, so... No, I don't have a box I can't see in the specs, of course, but the P3700, which is period accurate for this particular release, but probably no problem at all. And this is the max resolution. There are no detail levels that I can find, but you know, you can zoom in and out. That's pretty much it. But I love this kind of city management look at stuff. It's great. Let's build another tobacco plantation. You can use some of that field because I think this field doesn't, yeah, it doesn't last all the way down there. So and then we'll put some more tobacco field here. Perfect. I don't think there's any seasons. I mean, as far as like can tell in the game, just it's what you see now is what you get. As I understand it too. This game doesn't really get anything more. I mean, there's more buildings and more things to do with your little settlement and everything. Yeah, I would say that's fine. I mean, it's this kind of game, right? It's not really a full 3D render thing or whatever. And I imagine when you have a lot of little citizens running around and things happening, it can slow down. But this P3700, of course, is way overkill for this particular one. But it's a Windows 98 one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really tempted now to, like, get a modern one and play. And I'm terrified of doing so, because it's one of those games feels like it would just be endless of how much stuff you'd get into here. Let's see, do we have to build more trees? He's just waiting for that to grow. Okay. I forget. I wish there was a way to easily see the scope of what they work on, because it's pretty small there. Tobacco field there. Of course, I can't really get a road to that without, and well, we'll see. Yeah, I don't remember what my objective was here. But let's see what else we can build now. We can actually build the wooden gates, palisades. We do have tobacco products being produced. Fire brigade, not cheap. How much tobacco are we getting surplus of right now? Because that would be good to sell. Yeah, we're getting some tobacco going here now. And they don't have liquor. I assume that's quite a few things to build here now. If we decide to pursue a liquor. Of course, everyone should pursue liquor. We need distillery. We have sugarcane and vine, so... yeah, that would be really cool. That's a neat idea. I'm not sure if any of the later games, anyone who's played them can elaborate on that, but... you know what? I'm not sure if it's CD audio or not. It's using an ISO right now, but I'm not sure if it uses the CD to read or not, so... warehouse 2... So let's see, we have sheep farm. Yeah, I can build a bridge, so... Spice plantation, sugarcane. I could build sugarcane, but it wouldn't be very effective. Maybe we should try that. It might help to crank out a little more resources. Because I assume I need sugarcane and probably something else for the distillery. Is it just... Well, it's just sugar, probably. Yeah, and I can get distillery and everything, so... I did buy it on GOG, it's just not the version I'm running right now, so... Here we are. Yeah, we'll do a sugar plantation. We can build a little bridge here. There we go. How neat. Now we need, yeah, and of course I'm very, very ineffective, or I'm not being very, you know, smart about my placement or anything, but here we are, so. Let's see, it is quite a bit of area there. Not spice. I want a cane. Sugar cane. There we go. Two more squares there. Solid. And this one's probably just waiting for that to grow. And now I can build a, let's see, a distillery, right? So I just need sugar. Yep, sugar to booze. That's what we're looking for. But yeah, I'd like to get more brick here now to... That's more like the booze must flow. I guess we don't have a road here. I'm gonna have to sacrifice here to build a little road, because, I mean, there's no way to access this building here now. There we go. This is really, really cool. I see why the appeal of this, especially in 1998 or 99. This is really cool. Maybe I can actually, at some point... so that's not selling. That's not selling. Wood is selling, so... Let's see if we can do some tobacco. Food isn't really selling. What else we got? cloth. Let's sell to 10 tons here and see what happens. Should bring some general income, right? So, the problem here, we're still waiting for sugar to grow. Takes a little while. And I think the thing with then, because it's a 50% sugarcane, it means that 50% of the yield will not get you anything. So, that's true. There's none of that. We have a little more space here to do the brick road here now, which takes a long time to get produced, of course. But I'd like to improve that where we can. So we can improve our roads here and make them transport goods faster, which is definitely happening. We do need some more houses, I think, at this point. We can build a tavern, of course, eventually. Feels like we should have that centrally located here. Tavern costs 6 brick. I just used all my brick to build roads. So, oh well. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Bruce. See you later. Pretty good city, if I say so myself. Horribly laid out. Pretty good city. Feels like when I was playing... That's an expensive thing, though. But all right, I need a tavern. Now we need some more houses, I think. Kind of cram them in there where I can here now. It's not very efficient, but here we are. Best we can do for now. So we have distillery. What else would you like? I know your demand for liquor is not being met. Working on it, right? It looks like basically half the yield is lost at that point, so... I assume if it doesn't even have, like, any of the resource listed down here, like vines, you know, if you try and grow something in here that has nothing, then that's probably bad, I'm guessing. 99% workload, nice. So that's being used efficiently. So cloth isn't selling. We are selling wood, so that's good. Tobacco products are definitely selling. That's good. We have a good production of tobacco here, I would think. I built it in a bad spot, but stock full. I probably need another tobacco producer here, because they just can't do it fast enough. So, let's see. Tobacco... Where was that? Tobacco products. There we go. I have 2 full farms, so... Anime grills. Oh, that would be a good anime. Yeah, we need to get brick up here so these can produce fast. I think tobacco is a good one because it's a luxury product, right? A good one to sell. This game would be easy to get lost in, for sure. It's got all the hallmarks of a game that you just lose time in. I see what people mean with that. I'd like to improve the road here so they can get to the this place faster here. So the masons are at 63% capacity. Nice. Okay, that's what I wonder too. So sooner or later I gotta turn around the cash flow here, right? So I gotta do something. Alright, congratulations, Revenant. That's exciting. I would buy a cigar. I don't smoke, but I will race my soda in congratulations to your new kid. And good luck with the siblings and everything. And thank you so much for the donation as always. But that's an exciting thing. Congratulations. Like, everything that comes and goes with kids or whatever is still something amazing when they're born. Not gonna say anything else. So, very exciting. I do appreciate your commitment to watch from the hospital and donating at the same time. So, feel free to drop off anytime. But, again, congratulations. Kids are fun. my economy in this game is not fun. Come on. Or tobacco. You see what they're looking for in these other places here? Demand wood. Well, that's good. They just want bricks. No one want tobacco? No, they just want construction material. Do I have the tool construction thing going? No, I don't. I feel I should be able to sell tobacco, right? That would be a good thing. So now, we're really going to turn around the economy here, otherwise I'm going to just... My operating cost is just so high. My sales revenue is not nearly... So I assume maybe get more citizens, so I can tax more. Because they got everything they would need here now. We got a tavern and everything. What do you mean liquor's not being met? You live next door to a tavern. He looks like he's partaking in a lot of liquor. Yeah, Amber does really cool stuff. Amazing YouTuber as well. But, yeah, tax revenue has to increase, so we need to build a lot more houses, so... flour mill, bakery... I feel like I'm focusing too much on all the luxury items here now. Maybe, well, we actually will not run out of cash before the stream is over, so there's that part at least. So you won't see me fail. So that means, if you didn't see me fail, that I truly failed. This always throws me off. When you've been playing in a certain orientation this whole time and you turn around like, whoa, no, that's just wrong. I don't think that the tobacco is selling enough here. Can I trade tobacco with these guys? They supply, but they want liquor and cloth, so I could sell cloth to them. How do I do a trade caravan down there, then? I have to build that? I'm not sure how to do a caravan to go down there. Mining quarry. Road. Not going to build anything else that will...
A new city has been founded.
Oh, someone built a new city. Expanding. That probably is what I would need to do, but I don't have enough... Like, this is not self-sustained yet. They're slowly but surely just basically bleeding dry of cash here now. My cash reserves are running lower. I don't know how to turn around. The balance sheet is dropping there now, so I probably just need more citizens, I guess. A lot more citizens. Let's see, where's the line here? It's here, so... There we go. And 19 bricks, so I can at least add some more roads here down to the... Is that actually going down to the thing? Yeah, it is. Yeah, this game is dangerous. I think I would just keep losing endless amount of time on this game here. What's the problem? Spice plantation. Just waiting for the stuff to grow? Alright. We got a lot of brick here now, so we can do this. Just kind of improve roads where we can. At least main arteries, because that will speed up resource production. It's the balancing act here. I think I will almost enjoy watching someone who knows this game really, really well, like I don't, and see someone maximize how this resource strategy and everything should be done. Like, look at that. We're fancy people walking around now. We're fancy now. What do you mean your liquor demand's not met? I guess the sugarcane production is pretty slow here because of the loss there. But the balance sheet is dropping there now. Our loss is less, so... They demand a chapel. Okay, fine. Watermill. Oh, that's probably for flour production. I don't have that. Yeah, that's right. I saw it was Action Retro, was it right? Yeah, I streamed everything from a Power Mac G5, like the whole stream. Oh, that was pretty cool. I didn't watch it, but that looked really fun. I need tools for chapels. And that costs money, so I'd rather not. What? Is that not a sugarcane farm? I built a... Thank you. I am very smart. That's why we have people here to do these things. So, bye-bye. Oh, there was no explosion. Thank you for that. That would explain that. And now I don't have enough tools. Haha. Aha, terrific. That's amazing. Live and learn. Thank you for all your invaluable tips so far. That has saved us from immediate bankruptcy. We're just getting there to slow bankruptcy. Buy some tools. Look at that cart guy run there. I can't tell. It's quite low on my side here. I don't have the volume cranked up very high, so... Hymnals, yeah. Set in the mood, right? Have to pay more for the tools because I don't have any. Like any of these games here, I know that you kind of got to get a trajectory of a good economy, otherwise you're screwed up. But the balance sheet is dropping dramatically now. Look, that we're down to 63 loss instead of like 150. So we're going the right direction. So if I could establish, if I could buy any tools, if I can establish, you know, a positive balance sheet, then I can kind of work my way up, right? So, all right. Yeah, I'll say I might just keep playing this all night. So, have a good one, Foil First. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not getting any tools right now. Well, that's a problem. Because everyone wants to buy tools right now. I will increase what I'm willing to pay for it. I have this thing that's 15 coins operating cost, but I can't get anything out of it. There we go. Okay, let's build the sugar farm. There. I have to pay more for tools now. I'm just gonna have to stop all the cash there. So this one can actually start producing sugar, and we can get booze. So that's true. Just, I need cash now, because I see my cash runway running out. I'll see if the stream ends before I run out of cash or not, but now I want to do this again at some point and, like, you know, make it more efficient, and I don't know. Again, super addictive here now. Does the cobblestone cost money too? It's 5 per, and... well, that's kind of a stinker, but it would help me increase... there. And what does it cost to build a cobblestone bridge? 15 and 2. Alright. Ta-da! Now they can get there much quicker to this sugar. There now. That guy's carrying lots of sugar. Alrighty. Alright, stock full. Tobacco products. Where's our carting guy? Come on. Carry more stuff. Faster, faster, faster. Need more money. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because right now I have too many expenditures, right? I could blow up the tavern, right? That's a 15... That's, I think, what I have to do is start to break down the things that cost... They said something important there. What am I selling right now? None of my things are selling. Wood is selling, so that's good. But no one's buying tobacco. Maybe if we reduce the cost here of it. People are interested in buying it. Or reduce the cost of cloth too, because I mean at this point anything will help, right? So I assume I just build too fast and too furious, where I wasn't thinking of the resource or money generation, right? So order Teamster with market wagon. There, now I hear it. Demand a school. Well, jeez. It'll be funny if this then leads to a, let's say, a copyright mark because of using those songs, but... Oh, okay. Ore and toolmaker. I don't think I have... I said it was 120 citizens, I think I can do ore now. If you can make tools, then you can probably make a lot of cash right away, right? I can't do ore yet, but I don't have any ore. I say this is the first full round I played of this game, and I learned quite a bit now. If we just could not go broke, that'll be even better. Is any of the stuff we're doing selling here? I don't care, just sell the tobacco, it's dirt cheap. They're waiting for growing. May have to just blow up the tavern to save some cash here now. We have to like tighten our stuff here to the demand for liquor is only 45% filled. It's like, well, geez. I'm only 45% drunk. I need to be fully 100% drunk. So I wonder if there's any way we can cut back here now enough to actually make this work. I can build more houses, but I need more tools that are really expensive to buy right now. So my tax income, I can start taxing a little more. And we'll add a little more. Okay, so taxes are across everything then. So we'll do that. Raise taxes a little bit. Everyone's got to pitch in to make the world livable now. And they're probably going to complain about taxes, but we don't have a choice. If they want their little glorious island empire to sustain itself here, we need more taxes. I don't have anything on the buy. We're selling now. Like any sale is better than no sale. Motivate him with his... Come on, work faster, work faster. So sugarcane is coming in now. We are making booze, but it's going to our citizens, so we're not always selling the booze. See, is there anything here that we can trade with these here? They demand lumber, so I could do a nice little sales trip here with lumber. Let's do that. We're going to load up some lumber. And then you're going to sail up here and sell some lumber. Oh. Whoops. Hey, HDR is cool. I haven't messed with that, but that might be a neat thing to have. Lumber ho. I say I don't. The only HDR compatible display I have is like my TCL random, 4K TV, which is just your budget brand.
Set full sail.
There we go. That gave us some cash. That gave us a little lifeline there. Yeah, the carpenter is working overtime, but no one wants to buy tobacco. If we can find someone who wants to buy tobacco, that'd be like golden, but they just want brick and wood. Everyone wants construction material. They don't demand anything. How's this one here? Just brick and wood.
A competitor has built a new ship.
The competitor has built a new ship. Back. Our cash is not going down right now, it seems like. I assume it just varies depending on what time it's being subtracted. So it was down to under 8,500. We have tobacco, and stuff. We have 50 tons of food. Is there anyone who needs food? We have lots of food. No, let's see. The supply, they don't need that. Nope, no one needs food. Everyone wants tools. We're kind of supplying the same stuff to each other, basically, at this point. But I think that I will have to... I thought tobacco would be my... take it out of here now, but I may have to wreck this building. It's very expensive, the tavern. I can't worry too much about their booze desires. Because if we go bankrupt, the whole colony's gone, so... Very, very addictive. And I think I might just have to blow up one of those, because that's expensive as hell, and I don't need 2 tobacco things. Clearly, we're producing more than we need. So I have 2 tobacco things. They're also expensive. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of... Trim down our economy a little bit here now. We don't need 2 of the tobacco producers. Boom. And boom. That should reduce our monthly cost.
Successfully completed.
My mouse disappeared. Oh. Scenario completed. Oh, woohoo! See? I mean, I planned that the whole time. We successfully won that. No problem. That's, again, very, very addicting. That's a cool, cool game. We're going to try the next scenario now, and we're going to be able to be a little faster. I need to get to enough points there. Hey, I mean, I knew exactly what I was doing. I'm not sure how much I would like the... I think the combat in... And, you know, knock on wood. So far, this has not crashed at all, which... I don't know what happened there, because it was crashing a lot of testing. Now, weird, I will say, I was running at 800 by 600, and it was crashing a lot more. 1024, I noticed it was not. So I don't know what's up with that, but so far it's been running great. One lone settlement. A trader brings news of an isolated, thinly settled island in a far-off chain of islands. Your thirst for adventure forces you to seek it out. You find it overcrowded and in poor condition. Show mercy on the people there and create the basis for a community of 120 inhabitants, 100 of them to be settlers. Produce the goods needed on nearby islands and build a positive account balance. Yeah, Austria will crash now. That looks a little bit more of a challenge, but then what's the, yeah, 1066. Alright. You merely adopted the technical issues. I was born into it, molded by it. I mean, you merely adopted the... Sorry. We'll try this one. Interesting.
Which color shall grace your banner?
So now we need to find the other towns. This town is kind of screwed here. This looks like a nice island. Is it just me doing this scenario? Because that's cool. I like that. No other ones that are... This island looks interesting. Or... maybe start with that one. That one's a little smaller. That's an interesting island. This is a really big island. This might be the first one we start with here. This looks like a good place for... We'll see what resources. I assume then we want... At least, we said earlier, you said 2 100%. The Enterprise. This poor island is... Oh, they're positive cash flow. Huzzah. Let's explore this island first. We're already here. Let's see what we got on this island here.
This island's resources have been determined.
Oh, 50, 50, 100.
On this island.
Yeah. Not the first choice. Alright, see you later, Solar. Thanks for stopping by. See you later. This is... very... That's a nice system you have there. That'll be too bad if a driver issue happened to it.
Ahoy!
Ahoy. God morgon, Henke. Doing good. We are playing the second scenario here now in 1602 AD or Anno 1602. And it is...
There is ore on this island.
Ooh, there's ore on this island. Spices, but... Cotton, also an island with not 2 resources, with just 1. Can check out that one, but that's a little cramped there. This is a big one too, but maybe we should just build on this island here. Did we do this one yet? There's no ore on that one. So I assume we just have to do little different islands here. I don't think I have a choice. Spices. Spices as well. Cotton. Cocoa. Alright, well, they're all the same. So let's just start building here. First we need a warehouse. Which was over here. I don't have any resources to build. Oh. I need to offload tools first into my town so they can... I am smart. SMRT. We learned so much in the first scenario, and I threw it all out the window immediately. Safe-ish. That's probably a good approximation there. Come sail away. Oh, sorry, I can't sing. I'm always curious, like, if you sing something, like, is it going to detect, you know... Those squids are terrifying there. Is it going to detect that in the, thing, you know? Content flagging. I like that there's, you know, besides the money draining down, you don't have a time limit or anything. It's very relaxing play. Like, it's hectic in that sense, but not nearly as hectic as many other, you know, games would be. Oh, it's full of tools here, so... Why can't I build, Why is it blinking here? I'm not sure I understand this. $15, $3, $6. Oh, does the ship need more? I need to actually transfer wood over to. Yeah, there we go. That might be it. Or this ship just wasn't in range enough? I'm confused here. Should be something simple here now, but I'm not following. Maybe it's didn't like that spot. I art confused, but we'll go down here again. Maybe the ship wasn't close enough. This island over here, this one here, looks exactly like E.T. from Atari 2600. Yep, congratulations on your new baby, and have a good one. That's a long time. I know those first days. Get to sleep now while you can, right? So, best of luck. Okay, I thought it was right at the coast, but maybe not. Is it not at the coast? How more coasty can you be? Oh, there we go. Now I can. Not coasty enough. But, okay. Let's unload our stuff. So let's build a little more carefully this time. he says, as he completely botches this again. All right, we need lumber production first, of course. There's no way around that. So, forester hut. We'll do one forester hut. We're going to try and build a little more relaxed and not, like, just blow everything immediately. We do have fisher's hut, but I assume we need one down here, too. How does that work on multiple islands? Is it like you have to ferry the resources between the little colonies, right? You can't just automatically, like, if I have a fisher here, it doesn't give food to everyone, right? Because they have to be in range. Meaning I need a fishery down here, too. There you go. Did that take there? Yep. Yeah, I should play Endless too. And this one, I think I had to basically produce enough citizens, and I wanted to get enough resources to upgrade this island, I think was the whole objective. Now, we won't get there tonight. It's already, you know, past 11 here. We'll play for another 30 minutes or so. But that was the primary thing here, so. Oops, that's not what I want to do. There's a road there. So, okay. So you see the resources from this island. The resources are unique to each island. That makes sense. So we do need some houses here. We can get some people. Where's the woodcutter here? Okay, so there. And build a little road down here. Some houses here. So we need tools as soon as possible. So what's the quickest way to actually get tools? Because you have to have enough citizens and all that stuff before you can do that, right? So, which makes sense. Doing a sheep farm, I think. Build that right here. And then we're going to try and build around that. And I'm out of lumber. Work faster. I should plant more trees around here too. Basically every square that they could be should be a tree, so there's always something growing here. That cover it there? No, more there. Let's see. Yeah, the optimization of this, and as you learn each time or each scenario, that's very addictive. But these are ores here, so that's good. It's probably one of the things we want to focus on, or getting into the like how's the quickest way to get the tools? That's where I'm lacking right now. I don't know what the quickest like objective should be to get the tools. I want a marketplace, and I want a chapel. Some needy jerks. I do not have lumber, any more lumber. Probably should have another forester, I guess. That seems like that's a good one to have, because you don't want to run out of lumber. That's used for everything. So I'm going to build another forester. Unless you feel that's a waste there. On the one hand, I kind of missed that they didn't have the construction time, because it would be cool to see it popping up like in Settlers, but at the same time it makes sense for what this is. So there we go. I think there's trees on everything. That should give us more lumber. There we go, 86% capacity. Perfect. How's this going for 32 gold? We're making gold up in this one. Pretty sure, yeah. 8. Not great so far. What are they looking for resources? They don't really have anything. lots of tools, so I can steal those tools to help us. Okay, market and church is enough. Okay. There's lots of people. Well, they want the center town to be upgraded to that, I think, right? Or was it the total of the entire colony? There's a marketplace right there. More houses. Get some more people in here. And we're out of lumber. Bringing forth more lumber. There we go. There's got to be a way to see the objective, right, for each map here, like, without having to go all the way back to the main menu or whatever. We are making cloth. It's not fast enough, apparently. But I need a workshop to make... oh, I forgot to build a weaver's hut. So that's probably why. Kind of boxed myself in here a little bit now. Already doing bad things without thinking about it. That needs 6 wood. My goodness. 2 sheep farm and 1 weaver. Okay. I'll build another sheep farm after this. So the sheep... I can't build on the sheep. Lame. But I suppose that makes sense. Appreciate all the input on the game here as I'm still learning. But this is very dangerously addicting, I will say that. More wood. No, the game's been running fine. I just had some mice problem in the beginning, because we had the mouse I was using, which is like an optical PS2 mouse, and it actually kind of got stuck, if you will, so it didn't work. Kept crashing. Switched to another mouse, and that was really jerky to use, and I switched back to my classic old ball mouse that I've been playing before with, that I streamed with in the back in the day, and that worked for well over a year with no problem, so we're back to that now. Alright, they want a chapel. Still learning where all the things are. 5 wood. Or wood production. Come on. You can do it. So there's always a little bit of technical problems. That's kind of part of the experience. Always have to have some problem, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be fun. There, got a chapel. You got food. You got cloth coming in here now. Now we're all good. Right? I'm gonna tax them a little more in the beginning here now. They're not unhappy yet, so... you know. We're gonna push that a little more. But all I need is cloth and a church, and then they're basically happy enough that they will grow into settlers. I think I need 120 settlers, right? So let's keep expanding on that. I'm gonna try and build a road around and a house row around here. But I need more wood. I'm gonna wait for the wood to pick up here. Looks like there's more squares here. I do like this, that you can see where the squares are effective. This is very helpful to see where you need to build, right? So there we go. I know you can, but sooner or later they get a little ticked off, I assume, right? A lot of taxes, but... this will be a really fun game to min-max, if you will, and just keep going. And so yeah, I have an 80 gold operating cost now, so I need to... what I like to do now is just probably build more houses so that I can get the people happy from that. Plenty of space on this one. I could, of course, establish on another island as well. Maybe we should take this ship out and explore the resources on each island so we know what we're dealing with. Find a different island that might have a beneficial resource. This ship isn't doing anything anyway.
Plot a new course.
Oh, maybe unload
Set
those
full
tools
sail.
first.
Plot a new course.
Plot a new course. There we go.
Aye,
Now
aye,
go to the other one.
Captain.
Oh, really? They get angry, like, automatically right away when they get to the taxation level they don't like? Like, we're settling a new world. We're paying, like... Okay, so they still are happy with 48% tax. Come to the new world. Get taxed. High heavens. Guess they just love it here so much. They're okay with a 48% tax rate. We're going to escape all the taxation in the old world. Whoop, never
Set
mind.
Full sail.
This island's resources have been determined.
50-50-50.
A
Not
seam
great.
of ore has been discovered.
Come on, lumber. Oh, I see. So those are the pioneers, but then the settlers get more... Oh, yeah, I see. Now he's getting angry. There. So that you're taxing the pioneers more and the settlers less. I see. Or like like they make more money, so it makes sense that, you know, they have a better job or whatever, or they're happier in their life, so they can have more taxation, but then they get crankier. Pioneers don't seem to care, like they just happen to be here and alive. Well, the wood cutting is going pretty slow here. Grow faster, trees. Figure is tax them more now while they're okay with it. You're not getting a boost for a while there, dude. And hold out. But I have, like, no wood production right now. Ah, I see. That makes sense. So then, yeah. Right now, I don't need anything higher than the settlers, I think, for this scenario. So,
Ahoy!
might as well just squeeze them for some money.
This island's resources have been determined.
Tobacco and sugarcane. There we go.
An
That's a
ore
nice one.
deposit has been discovered.
This seems like a good island. But the question is if it's worth building something here too. It's got silver. We have sugarcane and tobacco. So that's a good island. Might have been a good one to go right away too, but here we are. Come on, lumber. Grow.
You have discovered a native village.
Uh-huh. There it is.
This island's resources have been determined.
50-50-50.
A seam of ore has been discovered.
Got that one. Tiny island up here. That's not going to help us much. But I guess you could basically just build, you know, the basic building and then put farms down for the resource that they have. So, all right. Thanks for stopping by, Henke. Vi ses nästa gång. Have a good one. What am I looking for? Can't even build that stuff yet. They're still happy. Come on, trees, grow faster. Alright, good night, Nico. See you next time. It's getting late everywhere in the world. Or early, depending on what part of the world you're in. Go stare at that island.
This island's resources have been determined.
Sugarcane and tobacco, 100%. Not bad. Ooh.
An ore deposit has been discovered.
Ooh, lots of ore. I didn't actually build on the ore itself, because I assume I don't have the quarry, but I don't have the ore mining thing yet, so Eating bedrollics. Oh, that's a big dude there. Come on, one of these guys gonna go and cut some wood. It's got to grown by now, right? Bizarre. You think that they would be they're so ticked off of being taxed? Interesting. What's going on there? This got to be enough wood now, right? In this area? Oh, still growing. I see it just kind of plopped up there. Ah. Goodness.
You have run across natives.
Ooh, run across natives.
This island's resources have been determined.
Tobacco, vines, sugarcane. Okay, I get it.
Deposit has been...
We've seen that a couple times now. I like the direct manipulation of... There we go. Now I was finally producing wood there. I like the direct manipulation of the ships and stuff. That's a nice thing to be able to do. Okay, now we're getting wood. Lots of wood. For everyone.
Aye, aye, Captain.
No joke there. At all.
This island's resources have been determined.
Okay.
Deposit has...
Alright, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate all the very insightful help in the game. I think that's made this more possible than it was before. So, or I've learned a lot already just from your tips. So, thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. There we go. Now we got wood coming in. They got everything they need to grow there. That's what they would need here. This island's still not making. I would like to get this tax-positive island that actually makes money. So I'm going to build a lot more houses. That's what I think I did not do very well before. I just kind of kept, building the economy, so... we can build. Okay. We reset. Went into the farm. Okay, so they have the same. I see the range there. I'm learning, slowly but surely. I'm getting the hang of this here now. Gonna build a ring around this here, so the farm is in the middle there. The wood production on this island is not fast. I guess that just comes with a tropical climate, perhaps. But what
resources
an intriguing cotton spices. Small island, but nonetheless interesting. More ore. No ore. Huh. So in theory, you should establish on all these different islands and build like spices here, etc. But is there no way to look at the view assignment? Let's see. Create the basis for a community of 120 inhabitants. 100 of them have to be settlers. Produce the goods needed on nearby islands and build a positive account balance. So we just need 120 inhabitants. Or is it that you need this island to be 120 inhabitants? That can only happen when these houses upgrade, I assume. We need cloth. So we could transport that over here. Maybe that's what they mean, is that this island itself needs to be upgraded. Which at that point, you should just be building the individual little, like, production things. And bring that over. Do we have surplus of cloth here? Yeah, let's bring some cloth over. It's a fascinating scenario. I like that there's no like pressure because there's no other AI
have been determined.
messing around with you. Spices 100%. Can find some ore. This is a game I might just actually play by myself separately too, and just sit down and have a cold one and play it. This might play well on a Steam Deck. It will fiddly to do that there, I suppose, but let's bring some cloth over there and see how they like it. Maybe they'll upgrade. Now, I assume if a building upgrades, then it's permanently upgraded. They don't downgrade. Right? I would think. Fail faster. Because, yeah, I mean, I assume all the different Anno games follow a similar template with this kind of, like, resource management, things like that going on. So, can't do a mine yet. Sheep farm, cattle farm. Don't know what determines... Oh, I think it's now a citizen determines what buildings you can build. Yep. So we just need more citizens on this little island here. Which we do have enough for more houses here. There we go. Nice little huts. So now, so I assume, okay, so they need basically a fixed amount of...
Set full sail.
Wool. There we go. Get some trade goods. And we're going to sail up here. It's possible, yeah, you need actually to deliver resources to that small island enough that these can upgrade before they can upgrade. But there's no room to do a marketplace or a chapel, I guess, so... Can I tax them more here? Yeah, they don't mind. Small poor island, they just tax the bejeebus out of them. Whatever works. Settlers. More settlers. Alright, we're getting some more settlers here now. And more cash. That's all over that. Demanding liquor. Well, we don't have that. So he has to produce liquor, and I'm going to assume that means that this island is the upgrade. Because otherwise, if you just build a separate island and make that thrive, then you're fine. But you need to bring the resources to this island, I would assume. Right? Yeah. Create the basis for a community of 120 inhabitants. 100 of them have to be settlers. Produce the goods needed on nearby islands and build a positive account balance. It makes sense. We have 9 tons of cloth, but they don't really go anywhere. Can I build a chapel here? Lacking wood. Got lots of tools here. I'll sail back. Boy, they want tobacco, spices, who knows what. So what can I grow here? Spices. I don't think the cloth, they don't care to anyone here. They just want liquor. All of them just want liquor. I have to build another place that I can do to determine spices, tobacco, sugarcane, 100%. So this would be a good island to build those kind of farms on.
Into the shrouds.
Let's see. Let's get... Well, we should probably go back to the main island. Get the resources from there and establish on another island, too. But besides the cash, looks like that's common across all of the ones. But then the individual resources are per community or island, so makes sense. It's all coming together now. Like, I feel like in this game, it's one of those where you learn a little bit every time you play, and then eventually you have a good understanding of it to, you know, figure out the exact way to grow or expand and whatnot. Okay, so they need... He's mad now. So I see, that's the goods level there. And he needs liquor to be happier. But to grow, he needs tobacco and spices. Luxury items, my goodness. But that's 9 for 48%, and 33% gives 47, so the bigger buildings give a considerably more amount of cash, so it makes sense. Can I build any mine now? A quarry, here we go. New bricks here. And then, of course, that's expensive, but I'm not sure how far we'll get tonight anyway, but it's fun to do this. We do need a masonry, right? Stone mason. There we go. When you get used to one perspective, it really throws me off turning the camera like that, so... It's actually pretty good revenue in this town here. Everyone is turning into settlers, which is helping. We should probably just build more houses. Trying to stay out of the way for this. If I can. Yep, there we go. And build around this whole thing here. I'll say for those people who are still on here, what's your favorite like city building game? It doesn't really matter how you define a city building game, but I always have a soft spot, of course, for like, you know, all the Sim cities. Huzzah! Positive balance sheet on this island. But I wasn't sure if people have any particular ones that they really enjoy, or ones that I maybe haven't thought about or something. But let's see, transfer a little bit of food, tools.
Set full sail.
I think this was this cotton and spice. It was this one here. This was tobacco and sugarcane. This is a good island to settle on. Where should we build, though? Probably up here, maybe? Yeah, it's kind of like in between. But we need... It makes sense that each town or whatever little community needs its own, like, production. So maybe we'll just build that here. That's a neat idea or a neat concept. And to think about, this game came out, like, you know, late 90s. It's a pretty... cool, like, mixture of everything that makes this neat in the first place. Yeah, you're right. SimCity 2000 is probably the most archetypical city builder, right? You think of. Yeah, we're actually a positive balance sheet here now. All right, I'm learning. I'm learning. Lots of citizens. Needs extra income. They probably need a church up here now, though. There we go. Yeah. I have a soft spot also for SimCity on the Super Nintendo. I played that a lot. I think SimCity 3000 and 4004 is really good, too. I mean, SimCity 4 feels like the ultimate version of that SimCity style of game. I have not tried the new SimCity, but I saw LGR back in the day not being kind to it. Kind of feels like City Skyline took that place, right? But then, of course, I like to play as well, and there's so many games, right? I mean, Caesar 3, I think, is a really good city building management game like that. Then you have the games like, you know, the ones that are spin-offs or sequels to that, like Pharaoh and Zeus, and I haven't played those at all. I feel I should. Games that I should have in my collection, but this is dangerous. Now I'm really into the Anno thing here, and that's, yeah. Can I get tools here? I'm not sure if anyone's gonna take me up on that. I remember my neighbor had an Amiga 500, and we used to play SimCity a bit on that, and that was really good too. But the Amiga version is basically equivalent to DOS version or vice versa, so... Oh, really? Huh. Very cool. Yeah, man, goodness, what a clever developer, all I can say. Like, I don't want, you know, throw around the word genius easily, but I mean, the amount of series and things that have come out of that man's head is somewhat astounding, I would say.
Want a tavern.
I know they want a tavern, doesn't mean to get a tavern. 3, 6, 100. Oh, do I need lumber with me to do this? Yeah, I need lumber with me. Sail down here to get some lumber. I think they have lumber here. Yep, they do. Look at this. Settler, settler. Alright, I'm getting the hang of this now because you need a population to support everything, which makes sense. I am a little curious if it will give me enough of win condition to just get 120 settlers in this town, because then you're done. Like, you don't have to do anything else. But tools is the kicker, because if you don't get any tools, you ain't doing bupkis, so... Yeah, there's no denying that. I mean, the whole purchasing a studio and chopping it up, and then, I mean... I know when they had grandiose ideas with SimCity, right, when the new one came out, to have it always connected, different cities integrate with each other, which, you know, the idea was right, but then the execution looked like it was pretty poor. When City Skyline came out, too, and just like, hey... You know what? You just want to paint a city? Here you go. It was fun, you know, it's easy going, and that's where it feels like they really screwed the pooch on that one, so. It's not a problem, it's like, I don't have enough tools, but can I actually build anything here that would give me tools? Because I don't have anything that would actually produce that yet. So... Unless I want to build another one, it feels like I need to get tool production before I can do anything else. So I'm going to dump off the tools here a little more so I can build more houses. I feel like I have to have enough people to support that. I don't need to demand a tavern, but I don't have one, right? I don't want you to grow anymore. I'm fine with this. In fact, I'm going to tax a little more. Nice positive balance sheet. Yeah, Pharaoh and then Zeus and, you know, all those city builders are based on the Caesar formula. And I really would like to play more of those too, because I never played Pharaoh or Zeus. And, I mean, the Caesar 3 is super fun. So, like, really min-maxing everything and that side of things. Dock, Warehouse 2, Warehouse 1. So I can't build the other one. We'll just build more houses, I guess. Or does that church reach? Okay. So this does not cost anything as far as, like, I was going to say, no resources except just cash, it looks like. What does it actually take? It's 3 lumber. Okay, so clearly that's one of your resources, should be people, which makes sense. And they don't need anything here except like a marketplace and freaking chapel, and that's enough for them to build. So, alright, well, that makes total sense then. They do demand a marketplace up here because this marketplace is not reaching them, which also makes sense. So we're building a marketplace up here too. What was that again? One of these days I'll learn where all these things are. Marketplace. But now I'm trying to build a little more cautiously here and actually... Oop, that was a miscalculation. Oh well. Here we are. This little town here is Doing quite well now, actually. But I'd like to get to the point where I can extract, I assume, ore, so I can make tools, because that feels like that's the key here. And I feel like we're getting up a little bit here on stream time cutoff here soon, but it would be awesome to get to the point where I actually can produce ore. Because, yeah, that's annoying, because I would really like to be able to make tools. It feels like that's when the game opens up. When you can make tools, then everything kind of falls into place, but I don't think you can build that yet. Anything that will help with that. I assume more citizens are needed, which makes sense again. Otherwise, you'd run out of tools in this map here, right? Because if you don't produce tools, you can't get them from anywhere. Guess you can trade with the natives, but it doesn't help you anything here. This game will be hard to stop. I see the appeal here. Just keep going. I'm taxing the bejeebs out of you. Don't even care. Happy anyway. There's nothing to buy tools from. You have to have someone to trade with, because someone has to put it in their sale, I think, for it to even register, right? So, even at max there, it does nothing. Build some more houses. Sure, with the best city planning going on here now, but it's what it is. Do they have church there? Yeah, they're all reached by the church. Yeah, okay. Is it maybe 100 citizens that gets you access to more? Like, it feels like it's so far out to get tools. And I understand why the resource management is that way, but it feels a little silly too, because again, who the heck would like go out here and do this kind of thing as a pioneer or whatever, and we don't build any tools. That is like the most restrictive resource in this entire game here. It feels like it's the tools. Pioneers, we got the settlers. Feels like the difference of really planning this very carefully is pretty dramatic, I would think so. It's funny, it goes from we need cloth and food to live, and a church for religion, whatever. And next thing we need is booze, which in the order of priorities, I guess that makes sense. Can we just get to the point where we can extract ore? There, we can build these things a little faster here now. I haven't built any, like, I would just say luxury buildings yet here, but I haven't expanded into that at all so far. Just been building the basics, which at this point now I have a very positive cash reserve, so I've learned a lot already, and that makes a big difference. So what are you running out? Weaver Sut. 94% capacity there. A lot of people living in this town here with... Here, they're covered there. They're all covered there. But yeah, there's a lot of cool city builders like this, but I'm very curious to check out the newer Anno games now, because it seems like they have pretty big following, because this is the first one, right? Now, first one, again, a pseudo first one. It was not the first one. It was kind of re-released, right? Let's just see when I get to 100 citizens. It feels like that will be an unlock of some variety. There, 100 now. Can I do
Your
something?
city grows and thrives.
Still cannot extract ore. Have to build something else to unlock that. Maybe I need higher level of settlers. I'm not sure. Right now, it's like tools will just run dry. I don't have enough to build advanced buildings to get there, so I would have to look at the tech tree to see what I need to do to actually get to extract ore. Or if it's all unlocked based on citizens. I don't know. Oh, they probably need religion. Just keep building houses, I guess. There's a lot of people living here. I think what it comes down to is a building doesn't have to be near a road, but then in certain scenarios, especially just a fire or something, which I don't have a firefighter at all, it takes them longer to get there, I think. It slows down their walk into there. And of course, having a road network allows them to travel, or the resources travel. I believe the primary purpose of roads are for resource travel, not for the citizens to get to their houses. I'm just doing it because it looks cool, I guess. And I'm just ingrained that's how you build buildings, you know. I wonder why these guys aren't turning into settlers. Oh, they all need liquor, even these guys. Fine. I was hoping we get to the... be able to extract the ore here. But clearly that is not just the case. Probably just need... There's no way to build a... Have to extract... Okay, build something there. I'm not sure how this particular scenario should play out, but this is now self-sufficient. The problem being the tools, because you're out of tools. So I'm going to look up the tech tree to do that, but I realize also I could play this game forever at this point. But it is getting late, so I'm going to save here.
Saved.
Saved. Save. That is very addicting, and I'm forcing myself to stop because it's almost midnight here now, and I have to work tomorrow. This would be a difficult one to not just keep playing. I really want to figure this out or piece all this together and see the whole tech tree. So I'll probably look it up when it comes to the tools, because that feels like if you know that to strive for, that makes sense. He was saying it earlier, is to strive for the tools right away, and that will give you, you know, not necessarily even a leg up, but like a way to build stuff. Because once you're out of tools now, you run out of everything. So, how do you exit? There's the exit. Okay. Main menu. Very cool game. That's very, very addicting. And I would think that any of the later ones too, I know again with the 1404 and 1703 and all those are really good too. So I'm going to have to look into those too, see what they run on. And then yeah, just, you know, they go all the way up to 25 something. And if they all follow the same logic, that's a fun game. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate everyone watching tonight. I guess, you know, happy new baby to Revenant, who just came in and disappeared. So, yeah, thanks so much for watching live, and welcome so much to Discord. I'll say hi to you there as well. Really appreciate everyone hanging out, and it's fun. I'll be back in next week for another game, probably something more action-oriented, so we can kind of rotate action and strategy. But this is a fun game. Really fun game. That's dangerous. All right. I better go to bed. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching, and I'll see everyone next week, hopefully. Otherwise, feel free to chat in Discord, hit me up on Twitter or whatever. So, have a good night, everyone. See you later.